Hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to my so-called life. Eventually, I will figure all of this out. I've only been at it for a couple of years. Hi. How's it going? Welcome to my so-called life. I hope everyone's doing well. It's Wednesday. Let's go sewing. I think, let's have a talk. An early talk to anyone who is here early. I think I've fixed my serger. After 2 years of fighting with my serger, I think we have finally come to the point where we can finally work together. It's a White Speedylock 234DE. It's definitely from, I want to say, the 80s, because like I said in my last stream, they were making clothes for Cabbage Patch Dolls in the video. But since it's early, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and this content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Godless Sewing and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the views of every single human being on planet Earth. I hope everyone's doing well. I'll give everyone a minute to pile in. I have a ton of crazy stuff to talk about this evening. Quite a few things to sew, decisions to make. I haven't decided what to do with my cheetah print. Part of me wants to make a trench coat. Part of me just wants to make a giant trench coat, and I'm trying to stop myself. But I have 8 yards. Excuse me. So I can make a huge trench, and I could still have many yards left over for another project. I just haven't decided yet. Awesome. Today has definitely been a crazy day. How's it going, Skids? How's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. I've had kind of a crazy day today. I'll save that story for a little bit later, but I have a hilarious story about someone who fell in love at the grocery store. It was actually kind of awkward, but hilarious at the same time. I hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, I'm actually shocked that I got my serger going again. It's one of those things where it just decided to start working. I have a brother sewing machine that that sews backwards. And one day I plugged it in. I'm like, all right, I'm going to figure out what's wrong with you. I threaded it, everything, and it started sewing perfect. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with my Speedylock. And like I said before, I think it was me. It definitely was me. Oh, I have discovered a new television show because I live in a cave. I like everyone else, I have a Netflix account that I rarely open nowadays, and I've discovered a show called Next in Fashion. I had no idea it exists. I had no idea that it was even on because I rarely watch Netflix, and quite honestly, I keep it because my mom is the one who has all the who watches it, and so excuse me. I was kind of shocked that I found something to watch on there, and it was an awesome show. How old is the machine that was going backwards? It was actually a modern machine. It was actually a modern brother machine, and that's why I was kind of shocked that it was sewing backwards. Hey, Pam, hello. How are you? Yay! So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with my cheetah print. I really want to make a trench coat out of it. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to. I haven't decided yet. Yay, Joy. Hello, hello. Choose to be kind, not because who they are, but because it's who you are. I love your thumbnail. Yay, hello, hello. So do tell, what did you need to do to get the serger working? You're gonna laugh at me. You're going to laugh. But this machine has a side tension. I'm going to plug this in a second. I moved the foot because I've been cleaning in here. But it has a side tension right here. And I slowly started adjusting the tension, and it slowly started catching. I was like, oh, it was me. It was me. Hello, hello. Yay. Yay, hello. I love your new thumbnail. I absolutely love your new thumbnail, Joy. Yay, Waternay. Hello, hello. I already see your comment, Waternay. Why don't you come in and discuss it? I actually have quite a few questions that I need to bounce off of you because I've recently discovered a new show, and I have a question for you and everybody in the chat. Oh, I've missed a notification. I used to get one every time. Not today. YouTube is really strange. Let's for real. YouTube is basically just does whatever it wants to do. It is so arbitrary. Kindness humbug, practicing my Scrooge for Christmas. Absolutely. That's awesome. Were you reading the book when you just You know what it was? I have the old school I just don't give up, never give up attitude of I kept on saying there is something I'm doing because let's be real, there's only so many functions on this machine. It was properly threaded, it was plugged in, it was me. It was something I was doing wrong. It was the side tension. Bah humbug. Good bah humbug. Yay. Just eating dinner. Awesome. What are we having this evening? Yay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yay. Hi, Pam. Oh, thank you, Pam. Especially I've even with my Husqvarna Viking, I'm still working just to get that click off. But the timing's hard. But I'm one of those people where I do not give up when it comes to things like that. Ooh. I went to the store today, so I went to a Greasy Spoon and had a giant breakfast burrito for dinner. So I'm not as hungry as I normally am around this time. Oh, there's a pizza place up the street from my house that we order so much, I consider it my kitchen. Yeah, oh, pizza. I got a Togo's turkey avocado. Oh, you're speaking my language. Number 24. So this is going to be on my jersey. So guys, is that White doing good now? Yes, I'm going to put a few things away here and start playing around with it. So, like I said, I adjusted the side tension. Every single machine is different. I've been working on a brother. Actually, I'm sorry. Both of the Frankensearchers were brothers. One was from the 80s, one was from the mid 2000s. Never give up, never surrender. Absolutely. Thin stuff and jean seams. I've been using the both materials, and it's been working on the jean material and the other one. With bacon. Oh, now you're making me hungry. Do you know I worked there when I was in my 20s? I've told everybody, and everyone who's new is now gonna know. I still go to Togo's. There's quite a few places I worked at, restaurants. I'll never go back because I was there all the time. Togo's, I love that place. I haven't had Togo's in ages. It's so good. So good. So it is the differential feed. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is. This is a 2-3-4 thread serger. And it took me it took me a minute to figure it out. But like I said, if you just sit down and give yourself some time, you can figure out almost anything. I don't have those water night sounds. Polynesian. Togo's is a sandwich place. I actually worked at a place that was Togo's and Baskin Robbins. So it had ice cream and sandwiches. And needless to say, you gain weight if you work there or if you go there every day. Their broccoli cheddar soup. I forgot about that. Quality. Quality. Yeah, it took me a second to figure it out, Joy. I think that was the problem from the jump. Oh. Yikes. I was trying to see if I had any more denim really close to illustrate this, but I will use my flamenco material. Yeah, it's a sandwich place. It's so good. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Two goes. It's so good. It is so good. But it's one of those things. Hey, Sydney, so glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Awesome. Awesome. I remember you mentioning this sandwich shop now. I worked at one and I ate so much ice cream that I really only eat chocolate and vanilla now. I know that's boring, but I ate so much ice cream working there that it kind of put me off ice cream for a lifetime. And I think the owner was like, "Oh, you can eat whatever you want," and it worked because I quickly was like, "I cannot eat all of this." There was a good business model. I have some chicken soup. I'm going to facilitate later. Going to cook up some broccoli soup, mushrooms, and butter, and add it to the soup and cream. Ooh, doing keto until Thanksgiving. I've been buying all the fixings, so I'm gonna have a extra big Thanksgiving this year. I am not liking the camera angle this evening, but that's better. Yay, hello. It's still surgers in general are quite loud, and still has that like scream to it. So eating too much ice cream doesn't compute on this side of the screen. I ate so much ice cream that it put me off of ice cream. I ate a whole roll cake. If anyone's been to Baskin Robbins, I ate a whole roll cake to myself. I got ridiculous with it. And so that memory put me off. Do you know I have so much stuff in here? I forgot where I put this power cord. It's the plight of a hoarder. Yay! Hello. Yay! Whole roll. Oh, it. Still to this day, I shame myself for doing that. I was in my 20s. I couldn't do that now. I was side splitting. cake with a side of bucket of ice cream. Oh, it's rolled with ice cream. That's what makes it so gut busting. And for dessert, a wafer thin mint. Yay! Hey, Skit. I've been wanting Nigella a lot since quadruple chocolate love cake. Can't get enough though. Starbucks had something like that a while, 20 something years ago. I ate one every day for like 6 months. Do you know, I've been weirdly organized lately. I've been putting things away, but it makes me unorganized because I used to have everything like sloppily in one place at one time. Oh, right. That isn't just the second most filling cake I've had. The heaviest is something Marquise cake. That sounds so complicated that sewing can't pronounce it. All right. So this is like take 500. Do you know, you should have seen my face when I was like, really? Really? After all this time, you decide to start working. I was so shocked. Hey, how are you, Mona? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. I'm ranting about getting this White Speedylock together after 2 years of fighting this thing. Still to this day, there's quite a few machines that I have that I've had them for a while, and then out of the blue, they just decide to start working. No, don't run over pins with this. Okay, that I need to write in the permanent record. Says the guy who didn't turn it on. Well, I didn't plug it in. Oh, that is the joys of being live. I'm sitting here talking and I forgot to plug this thing in. I was so shocked when I made my short last night. I was still kind of in disbelief. I still kind of was in disbelief. Yay, hello, Mona. Hello, hello. Oh, I misspelt it. Marquise cake, French cuisine, Marquise cake. I think it's French. Oh, it sounds great. Nigella's chocolate cake is amazing too. Oh, you guys are killing me with the chocolate. I've been trying to back off of these things because in my older age, I can no longer indulge on them like I used to. And it's more because of health reasons, but I'm willing to risk it for chocolate. Yay. I need to get my serger fixed. You know, this has been such a saga, Mona. It's not even funny. Like, it just was so out of the blue that this thing decided to start working. But I think it's because I gave it attention, you know? I chopped a pin in half. Good to know. Yay. Hello. Hi, Mona, Waterday, and others. Yay. Nigella is one that introduced me to adding olive oil instead of other oils. I do that. You know, it's so funny. Same. Made me feel civilized. Write it with a Sharpie on the machine. I have a vintage machine that has wrote on all 4 of the settings for the machine. You know, it's so funny. I was thinking about that because I was always like, who would besmirch a serger? And now I know why. The food portion of the show. Yes, I know. We have now entered the food region of space. Oh. Awesome. And I keep on forgetting that the light doesn't work on this. So once it's on, it's on. Yay. A spring fell out of mine and then I lost it. You know, I do that, or I'll put it in a jar or something and then it becomes forgotten. I have a antique table here with a standard sewing machine in it, but it's a Singer table. there is a drawer, and on the inside drawer, I have all the pins of the tops of the machines I have, of the tables I have pulled off. I just can't remember where the screws go to. So each slot has different screws from the tops of different tables. Yay. Oh, I came with my disclaimer early, but be kind. I'm not political. I'm here for sewing, and you know, we should all be nice to each other anyways. But I said my disclaimer when no one was here. Early food section tonight. Just noticed that we've been the cake. Well, cake is distracting. Let's be real. Yay, Kilroy! Hello. We. It's because I brought up Togo's was brought up, and I remembered my gluttonous 20s when I worked at a Baskin Robbins Togo's and ate at all of the 31 flavors plus. And for the permanent record, I am still shocked that this thing is consistent. Wow, it feels weird having a working serger. And the funny thing is, the second I got this thing working, I was like, there are 75 things I already want to do with this. So I have 100 something machines in here. I have done videos for most of them over the past 2 years. So a secret, if I show you the front and the back, that means it works completely. If you go back to my old videos and I only show you the front, that means the stitch did not catch in the back. There's some behind the scenes for you right there. Let them eat cake. Oh, sounds way smoother too. I've been working with it more. I oiled it at key points, but I also have a problem of over oiling things. And yes, I have graduated to real sewing machine oil. I know it's crazy, but even with that, I have an over oil problem. So I've learned to just dab, put a little on here and there, you know. Is that shirt material? Yes, this is the material that I made my shirt out of. But this is more of an everyday wearing kind of shirt. This is a step below heavy duty. 100,000. I can't believe I got this serger going. This is definitely a step in the right direction, I'll tell you that. Hey, dog, how are you? How are you? So this evening, I haven't decided yet. I have quite a few things. Like I said, I wanted to work with my cheetah print. I have quite a few jackets that I need to finish. I have I'm in a weird project impasse because there's like I don't know. Well, let me grab them. All right. So let me move my Golden Girls chair. So for sure, I will be finishing this tonight. I'm going to be adding the zipper on this. You know, I'm going through my closet and I forgot, I'm going through all the things that I forgot that I made. And I'm going to add a zipper on this. This was one of my favorite coats that I made with a giant hood. I was in love with this weird Seattle Kraken print, and it looked perfect with this flower print. So I'm going to add a flower. I'm going to add a zipper to it and do some justice by it. And I finally received my last patch from Amazon. Me too. There's a trip under mine. Plus, I use oil to clean machines. Same. I do the same thing. So I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and not like just completely oil everything. Yay, hi dog. Hello. Yay. Well, if you grow a mustache and wear that shirt, you will become the new Magnum Kojak. Okay, I'll accept it. I'll accept Telly Savalas. If I'm growing up and turning into Telly Savalas, I'll take it. I will take it. Telly Savalas was an attractive human. I will take it. I do kind of look like him without my chin. Thank you. Thank you so much. I fell in love with that. I wore it. Do you know, whenever I make something, I can tell when I really fall in love with it because it's in my car. I see it on my couch because I'm wearing it all the time. That's why, like, I live in Southern California where it's hot. I am like, today was the first real day of wind. I think I said that 2 weeks ago, but we'll see if it's not 85 again. Yay. You need a lollipop. I was thinking about making a lollipop outfit from the UK because at this one thrift store I go to, they have that really emergency bright, I don't even know what you would call it, yellow. I don't know what you would call it, but it's the exact color of Lollipop Men in the UK. And now I have "We Are the Lollipop" stuck in my head. I can't believe like I said, this over the years I've gained more experience. So now I know what I'm doing, you know? So I am so stoked to finally have my serger working. I've said it a million times. It's the difference between your clothes looking homemade and your clothes looking professional. I've said it so many times, I actually believe it. All right. I'm going to look one more time. I'm sitting in a room of thread and I cannot find this green. And you know, now that I'm looking at it, I pulled out my sea foam thinking it would match and it will not. But I can use my sea foam for my floral jacket. So there's still hope. But I had this exact green, a giant spool of it, and I cannot find it. What's the best hand stitch I can use to make arm covers for my disabled toilet seat? I have to insert stuff in my body to help me go. Do you know what? Anything that's secure. Do you know what I'm saying? So anything that you can flop over, as long as you can get that stitch going, I could show you what I do when I hand stitch. I double loop the material so there's so at the bottom, you know, it comes all the way around. So there's a hoop. And so when you come through with your initial stitch, when you come through, you lock that hoop in and you can go in any direction from there. I think I have that green. The one shop that I go to, it really makes me wonder where he gets his stuff because he has, you know, those giant rolls in the fashion district, they're like 46 yards, I think. Well, I've seen they have to be at least 100 yards because I've seen one that was 46 yards that was half of those big rolls. When you walk by the window, he just has that lollipop, that weird UK lollipop color, and pink. Just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards of it. This is a Gutman thread. Oh, there is a Gutman thread. Oh, okay. Okay. I demand comfort for my hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'll show you. I will show you if set up a time, I'll show you how to make one. Because that's something you can do just sitting there and you know, you can find almost anything to put underneath it to make it cushioned. Do you leave the thread over by the thing? Did you leave? Yes, I did leave the thread over by the thing. It's driving me crazy because I saw the thread every day. I saw this green thread every day. I'm hoping I'm gonna look. I have my trusty Duracell flashlight, but I'm gonna look under here because it's kind of a quagmire under my desk. And I have a bad feeling I dropped it somewhere. But with all the renovations I've done in this room lately, I've scattered a lot of my stuff inadvertently, not even trying. I've just been scattering my stuff all over the place. Yay! Maybe look up how videos on steering wheel covers. Man, we all might be watching one because I need to make a steering wheel cover for my truck and I need to get on it soon because I still have a ton of pleather. And the last one I had was just threaded pleather. It was the same material or vinyl, you know. And what's the difference between pleather and vinyl? I really do not know that one. What is the difference between pleather and vinyl? I'm usually in there for well over an hour. I take my tablet in there, watch Galaxy Quest. I love that movie. I love that movie. He leaves thread everywhere. It's the plight of a thread hoarder. It's got to be somewhere around here. I did something with that thread. But you know what, though? Even for all the stuff that I have in here, there are not too many places things can hide. Do you know what's funny? I found it. That almost never happens. I actually found it. Like I said, for all the infinite space in here, there's only so many places this can hide. I saw victory. Oh, that's hilarious. Never understood steering wheel covers. Then again, I live in a place where the roads are like roller coasters, so I'm always turning the wheel. Do you know what it is? The sun. If you don't cover your if you don't put a cover in front of your car, the sun will start cracking everything in your car. Because we live in a place, I live in a place where the sun shines. One spells it with a P, one spells it with a V. I definitely need a steering wheel for my toilet jaunts. You found it by the thing. It was right next to the thing. And toilet jaunts are going to be the word of the evening, by the way. That's hilarious. Good suggestion for steering. Awesome. No, I'm serious. Like, I never realized how thin the my truck steering wheel was until I took the cover off because it was so old it cracked off. And I'm driving and it cracked off, and then all of a sudden the steering wheel is extremely thin on the truck. But it's the original steering wheel from 1988. So it's been there for a while. Awesome. That never happened. All right. So I'm glad I unplugged that because I just splashed everything with coffee. But that's okay. I'm a professional coffee picker-upper. No sewing machines were harmed in the filming of this live. Oh. Well, the serger will smell good now. That's why we have a plate. It caught a lot of the mess. Oh, poor guy. You betray me every time, Cup. Oh, that's funny. It is called. Was just a matter of time. Happens to me at least once a year. I did it so bad a couple of months ago. All my coffee spilled into a drawer right here. So everything in the drawer got soaked. I was like, no. All right. But that's okay. That's okay. That's why I do all of this out here. I have a new blade for my cutter, and because I'm a heavy pusher, I need a new blade. I know I just got this, and the blade is already kind of not cutting. Again, it's me. I push too hard with these things. I do. But I have a brand new blade for it. Oh, you were wet underneath. Ugh. Okay. Beautiful. Need to get a 12. I do need to get a sewing room safe coffee cup. I do need a sewing room safe coffee cup. Yay. Suck on a lollipop and say these words. It's gonna I have a Tim Hortons 112. Do you know I need to you know, I am finally in that tax bracket where I can go get one of those Starbucks cups. I just need it for the lid, really. Guys at a work site got me one as a present. He needs a mega super gulp cup for his coffee. Do they still make the old school Big Bubba cups? No. Do they still make those Big Bubba cups from back in the day? Oh, right. All right, let me move all of this. Let me get everything situated. And we'll add some zippers on my old coats. I'm thinking about within the next couple of days, I'm gonna make a Cheyenne trench coat of that cheetah print that I got in downtown. Oh yeah, Chad, I'm paralyzed. For the Yanks. We do have crazy spelling here. They aren't branded Big Bubba, but they still make them. Okay. Because whenever I see someone with a Big Bubba, I'm like, you need to keep that. That's collectible. Awesome. Okay, you're gonna get unplugged because you kind of got soaked. So I've been watching this show on Netflix. Where's my notes? Because I already forgot the name and I've been binge watching it since last night. And you know you're binge watching something when you wake up and you continue to watch it. That's what it's called Next in Fashion. But before I get there, I have a question for you guys, and I'm asking this in all sincerity. What is Temu? What is Temu? I have no idea what it is. I live in a cave, aka my sewing room. And the reason I ask that is because I'm anti super fast fashion. I can find a Big Bubba cup again here in Canada. And I've heard nothing but bad things about these people. And I got offered 2 sponsorships lately. One was not legit, but I don't know if the other one is legit or not. But there's a fashion designer that I watch that is sponsored by Temu. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, another cup you should look up is a low rider cup. I have one. It's impossible to tip, but they have a wide rubber base on them. I need one. I lost my Big Bubba to a campfire. Oh, that's the worst. Best show on Netflix is The Good Place. I need new stuff. I just started watching Netflix again because I found that really cool show. Temu is an online addiction I have because I'm breaking up with Amazon. Amazon has just Temu is basically the new Wish. Ultra cheap junk direct from China that will break or tear in one day. Spelled Temu. That's exactly how it's spelled. Temu will send you absolute garbage for a price. It's the Chinese version of Amazon. Oh, I got many of my industrial machine attachments and notions. But do they like you know what? I'm just more worried about my credit card. That's all. That's my only real beef. Is it like because the BBB does not back it up. But there's all kinds of stuff that look at me justifying not something not being backed up by the BBB. Because I've been doing a little research. It's just I can no longer deal with Amazon for everything that's been going on lately. They have utterly and completely let me down. I don't know if it's because where I live. I don't know. So instead of just I need another reliable delivery service, but it sounds like Temu is not for me. Good to know. Good to know. I can't believe I actually found the thread. All right, I have a few fresh bobbins here because I may not look or act like it, but I actually know what I'm doing. Beautiful. You know what the ironic thing is, I knew one day I would go back and finish all of these coats. But I just get so wrapped up in making certain projects that I'm like, ooh, on to the next one. Ooh, on to the next one. And it becomes such a challenge that all of a sudden I need to add zippers to a year's worth of coats. But there's quite a few things that I added buttons to. So there's a few coats that will remain how they are. There we go. Yay. I've got free gifts from them twice. Amazon's been buttering me up lately because I'm such a Karen and I am willing to complain. They could deliver the order when said so credit my account as it was lost in the. Oh, okay. T-Mobile will send you a brand new credit card that will not be accepted anywhere and break in half once you look at it for a price, of course. Was told to keep it if it comes. I ordered a cowboy hat from Amazon. It's been a month and a half, and they said it was going to be here on Monday, and I canceled it. I was like, get out of my life. I think part of the problem is because I'm an avid thrifter, I'm an avid shopper, I'm used to being able to get these things face to face. And now going downtown, a lot of those patches that I would order on Amazon are in downtown for like literally less than half the price. So I no longer necessarily rely solely on Amazon. And let's be real, it was more during the pandemic that I really leaned on them. You know, I could usually do this in my sleep, and it's just, oh man. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right. So first things first, I'm gonna finish my green jacket because that's been a long time coming. Was that the cloak of invisibility? I wish. Be honest, you just like spending money. I do and I don't. I do in a way, but I like shopping. It's more the impulsive shopping. But I do it with a purpose, though. I just don't buy things that I think I do not need. The machine parts were cheaper there. You're selling it for me. You are slowly selling it. More hit than miss for Chinese sewing things, but some are a miss. Clothes are even more hit or miss. I've seen awesome videos of people who are like, this is not what I ordered. I've seen really hilarious videos. It's one of those things, like, I'm reluctant, but I've had nothing but trouble with Amazon. So I need to try something new. All right. I think I have enough pins in this guide to... Beautiful. I made this a while ago. This was on one of my many thrifting adventures. I'd purchased this fabric. I was driving around, and I had kind of a crazy day the day I made this. All right. It is now tradition to misplace my pin cushion. You'd figure one day I would wear this. Beautiful. Okay. I knew that thread was somewhere. It's an impossibility. It's impossible for it to get lost in here. There's no way it's just going to walk away like that. I should give myself some room. Beautiful. Ouch, 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 ouch. That was not beautiful. Perfect. Do you know what's funny? Like a month or two ago, I was actually scared of zippers. And look at me now, branching out, trying new things. And it wasn't that I was scared of zippers. It just wasn't my thing. I'm a button guy, but I would buttonhole by hand, and that gets taxing after a while. So maybe for my next trick, I will finally start using the buttonholers on the over 100 something machines I have. But I got my serger working, so anything is possible. And like I said earlier, I was determined to get my serger working. So I didn't let it get me down. The Chinese patcher sewing machines, horrible. I need to know these things because, like, I'm going to go crazy on their site if they have crazy prices. The delivery is about 10 days. Good to know. Good to know. So many have tried and died trying those machines. They just don't hold up. Even for one fix on a boot sometimes. Good to know. They've been like ruthlessly advertising to me lately too. But I just figured that they're ruthlessly advertising to everybody. Beautiful. Let's take a look. Come on. All right. This coat was the first time that I ventured out, and I chose to oh, you are stuck in there, buddy. Well, I chose to add side pockets. So I am completely stoked for this. Oh man, something happened. What happened to you? Oh, yet another unsolvable mystery that I will move right on from. Awesome. Hey, Veronica. Hey. I need to. Hey, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. You can't wait 10 days. You're not kidding. You're not those there's no lie. No lie was detected in this statement at all. How's it going, Veronica? Instead of lifting the lid off your trash can, Temu has a solution. We'll send it to you. Good to know, dog. Good to know. Yay! Hi, Veronica. Yay! Temu is trash, unfortunately, but they are all over anymore involved in fashion. Yeah, and it's funny that you would say that because I watch I'm into high fashion, but not like in the way where I'm trying to recreate their stuff. I watch all kinds of stuff. But somebody I respect who is a designer who's had multiple shows was recently sponsored by Temu, and it's the brand. And they gave him a bucket of cash, and he is now sponsored by these people. And I thought it was weird that he's sponsored by a website. Does Amazon sponsor people? Because if they do, it was just really strange to me. And like a lot of the stuff I was watching was filmed 6 or 7 months ago. He actually is sponsored by the real Temu. I have a Southern California twang to my voice, so I really, I say things in a funny way sometimes. Because I thought he was just kind of just saying it to like be, to flex on people, but he actually is sponsored. He's on their official site and everything. Oh, right. Yay, Temu is trash. That is good to know. Yay. Good call in the side pocket. Serger is life. I can't believe I got my Serger going. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. Yay. How are you?
I am sleepy. I'm trying to stay awake till a reasonable hour so that I don't wake up at 3 in the morning.
Well, here at My So-Called Life, we are here to entertain you.
Excellent. How's everybody doing?
Yay. They even hit up Zohong. Ooh, see, so recently, Wadane, I've discovered a show. It's called where are my notes? It's on Netflix. It's something in fashion. It's a judgy show. It's like Drag Race meets a fashion show. They have a runway and everything, but it's brought up all these ethical questions. Would you go on a and all their machines? I checked. I only saw a Gray Singer once. All their machines are Juki. So they're legit.
Okay.
Temu is every online advert in the UK. Oh, and I'm trying to tell everyone to convince me to not waste my money on Temu either.
Yeah, I've been lurking in the background while I was getting ready. I'm not down with Timu.
Is it because they involve slave labor?
Well, it's a quality issue for me. They're not really known for having things that are going to last. If you can find something on there that's well made and, a reasonable price and stuff. I haven't heard any ethical issues, but, wait and see.
I'm addicted to printed tees, and I stopped buying like this new era of printed tees because they're so bad. Sydney
Yeah.
doesn't like it. They just don't last, They're cool designs you can wear once or twice, but that's it.
Yeah.
So Drag Race minus the cheese to me. Yeah, and it's really weird. And they hired this it's really weird though. and maybe it's because I'm older, but one of the commentators, she's like in her late 20s, early 30s, and she's a model, but she'll say things about sewing, and I'm like, have you ever touched a sewing machine in your life?
Oh no.
I'm not trying to judge, but she'll say things, and I'm like, that's not even how that works. Or this guy had this $1 million design, Donatella Versace, and this other guy, I can't remember his name. He's really famous here in LA. He has a show on the same network. They were like, I love your thing. And then the host was like, yeah, but your neckline is trash. These people have just like co-signed. You're about to win the contest. And the host was like picking people apart. Oh, Sydney's sleepy.
I understand.
Damu makes the cheapest crap on Amazon look like it was made. And let me show you something though. I ordered a patch. And I love, you can just sew a t-shirt from literal trash and make it hold up better than Temu. Oh, Temu makes the cheapest crap. But I ordered, such bad stuff. Let me switch my camera really quick. I love hokey patches, okay? I love the rah America patches. I ordered this patch from Amazon. It was bad even by my standard. Oh, where is that? Oh, here it is. I can see it. And let me tell you, this is not like the picture. This is bad. And I got this off of Amazon. This is so ghetto compared to how they look at how terrible. Look at why does the eagle look so angry? He did not look angry on the picture. Look how the stitching is. I could have done this at my house.
Oh my
The stitching
goodness.
it's not like the picture. I was so, but like I got it on that super sale day, so I got it for an unreal price. And so if it's $5, you should know,
It wasn't worth sending back.
No, all of that. No, I have a really hardcore America riding vest that I wear. I'll throw that. I almost ordered something last night, but I'm about to quit Amazon. You like Angry Eagles?
It looks like a refugee from Angry Birds.
And they gave my boy eyebrows too. I don't know why they gave that eagle eyebrows. So now I have a question. Do eagles have eyebrows?
I mean, birds do have muscles in their face, so I don't know, but brows. Owls have eyebrows.
That patch was the only time I really felt like I was like, you guys are kidding me. That is not, and it came within 10 hours. So that thing must have been sitting at the factory for years.
I feel like you should make a smock for your eagle head mannequin and put that patch on it.
Okay, you're slightly robotic.
Be right back.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew that was gonna happen. I say eagles have This is the hard-hitting stuff here in the Godless Sewing Channel. You look great. Do eagles, this is my question of the evening. Do eagles have eyebrows? Alexa, do eagles have eyebrows?
Eagles are not mammals and thus do not have hair, including eyebrows.
Ooh.
I mean, I would say that owls have eyebrows, though. They're just made of feathers. But I think eagles are smooth of forehead.
But owls are completely different. Like there's owls up at the ranch. They're different. And let me tell you, they're scary huge. Owls are not what you think they are. They are so big. It's weird. It's weird when you see them flying over your head and you're like, that's an owl? Still to this day, I've grown up around owls. And I think it's the strangest thing every time I see one.
Eagles are pretty large also.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah.
Oh, they're unreal. That's why, like, if you live by Lake Michigan, you would laugh at us. But, like, we have one at the zoo, and they fly around normal in Michigan. But we have a couple here. I'm actually subscribed to an eagle or two. I love your cup.
You're subscribed to an eagle or two?
I'm subscribed to pandas, eagles, orcas. I like relaxation. A couple Africa cams. A couple. You know.
I heard the otter cams are good.
Otters are the worst to each other. They're cute, but they are so evil. Otters are evil.
But they hold hands.
I can't believe we're gonna have the otter talk. I haven't gone off about otters in a while. Watch an otter documentary, and I guarantee you'll come out. You'll be like, I hate otters. They're very mean to each other. I don't want to destroy your fantasy. They do.
Oh no, I'm familiar.
They're evil.
I'm choosing to ignore that. The same way that I ignore that dolphins are rapacious bullies.
Oh, they're they're next to orcas too. Orcas are the worst. I like watching the crows pick off ticks and wallabies in Australia. There's a nest somewhere around here. We have crows everywhere around here. Fancy mugs I just see. He's a basic white one made in Ohio at 90.
There's nothing wrong with that. Quality item. I just broke this one out in honor of Godless with the sparkles.
I'm gonna be like James O'Brien. I want a 80-ounce mug. James O'Brien on LBC has this giant mug, and I'm like, I need that in my life. It's 2 pots of coffee.
I feel like that. I feel like that is just a heart attack waiting to happen.
Oh, now I have James O'Brien at LBC stuck in my head now. Fed up when your bar of soap becomes a small and too slimy to use, Temu has a gadget that lets you save those slivers. I see stuff like that. Those weird ads, I see those all the time. At the water hole camera. Yes. I fall asleep to those because I have sleeping issues, so I try to find really peaceful things to watch. And I kind of played out every lo-fi channel online that there is. I love sloths. I guarantee if you typed in sloth cam, you'd find one. I guarantee you. I'm just about to change my coat. Oh. This one's slick though because I added side pockets. I really went out of my way on this one.
Nice.
So I had to do justice by adding a decent zipper to it.
So Alibaba, did you see that video with the bear was awake and it encountered the lady with the kayak and started attacking the kayak because it was mad because she pepper sprayed it because she didn't feel like getting eaten that day. She's got this high voice and she's so upset because she's getting stranded on this island and someone has done a voiceover. And so she's like, bear, don't eat my kayak. And then someone did a voiceover and every time she says bear, the guy goes, lady. Bear. Lady.
And sometimes the bear cams in Alaska, I watch those too. I'm subscribed to one that you suggested, Alibaba, and every time it pops up, it makes me think of you. I didn't want to say it, but everything you're saying, Veronica, here saying is true. Otters are the worst. Otters are just the worst in the ocean. Ugh. I've been pressing together living shows and
nothing lasts so long as the little last bit of shampoo in the bottle or the little last sliver of soap. What the hell? It takes as long to use the last little bit as it does to go through the whole rest of the bottle or bar.
Not in my house. For some reason, my son will go in my bathroom and take my stuff and use his stuff as well. So we run out real quick around here, and I still think he's giving it to somebody. I tell him all the time, is there someone else living here? And he's like, no. given that he's gone to leather conventions, I think sewing like the different kind of bear.
Bear. Godless.
There's actually a festival in LA every year it's on the Hyperion Bridge in LA every summer where it brings the gays and the gangsters together where Hoover Street meets Silver Lake. It's the greatest festival. I used to go every year. I've seen quite a few No Doubts played there. I've seen quite a few bands there and a bunch of washed up people too. But every year on the Hyperion Bridge, I don't know if they have it anymore. I haven't been on that side of LA in a while because I, grew up. Oh, I don't party like I used to. That was 20 something years ago, like I have a child, PTA, with side pockets though.
Nice. You can carry all the things in that coat.
Oh, these pockets are huge. The side pockets are huge.
You got side pockets, front pockets, top pocket.
And I won't get lost in this one. And since I'm the designated driver, we can put everybody's keys in here.
That's right.
That little silver soap sticks to the new bar. Alibaba is correct. I do the same thing. Tip, don't use soap right out of the package. Let it sit and harden for a month. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much. I wanted to get colder, but I have a question. Should I add well, I'm probably just going to add buttons on the pockets. I've been collecting massive amounts of buttons lately.
That'd be a nice feature.
It feels good to go finally finish all of these so I can cosplay as Dick Tracy. Finally.
That is an eye-watering color. See, you can wear all those colors that look like terrible on me.
I'll tell you, it's because in my life I dress drabby. I wear black and white and denim every day. Mm-hmm. So like a couple years ago, I was like, nah, man, you got to add color to your wardrobe.
Why not? If you can wear it, embrace it.
That long zipper is right length. Thank you. Thank you. Top tip from Kilroy. That is $1 million advice. I wanted to get warmer. It's been it's so funny. No matter where we are, we're not satisfied because I want it to be cold, like freezing. Find a guacamole festival and wear that. Oh, I would be a hit if I wore this at a guacamole festival. Oh my gosh.
You should put an avocado patch on the upper pocket.
Need a matching hat. It's been a while. Do you know hats in a weird way are very hard on sewing machines? It's been a while since I've made a hat. I want hat. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I feel like that coat would look good with a matching like flat cap, the flat that comes around in the pinched front brim.
I'll wear anything except for a fedora. Just not a fedora guy. It's because I have a giant head. Let's be real. My head is too big for a fedora. It just looks like a weird cap.
That's your opinion.
Just not a fedora guy. I'll wear a Biltmore hat, a derby. I went through a pork pie phase. I love a pork pie hat. That's an old school, like British working man's hat. Mm-hmm. I love a good porky, and that's the hat, not the lie. So I love a good pork pie hat. I do not like the fedora look.
Yeah, the pork pie would look good with that coat.
Stupid La Nina making things warmer. Heck yes. I have a top tip too. Save some time when crossing one-way street by looking in the direction from the oncoming traffic.
What if there's a rogue driver?
Well, jaywalking is legal here now.
Is it?
On this side of town, it is, and in LA County, it is now. legal to jaywalk. You'll still get yelled at. Like if you go across like a 9-lane street, the cops will scream at you, but it's not illegal. It is no longer illegal to jaywalk. Not a beret. Do you know what's really funny? In 1990, I can't remember, Darryl Strawberry got traded from the New York Mets to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And because I was of that age, he rocked a beret. I wore a beret for 2 or 3 years because of Darryl Strawberry. I had the Kangol, then I had the Kangol one, and they call it the Kangol hat, but let's be real, it's a beret. So I have gone through a beret phase.
I just have Prince in my head now.
I feel like a detective in a really bright story. Well, there I was, sitting at the coffee shop on a normal day. And in walked Danger in high heels. Yes, I've read Dixon Hill, the actual stuff that they took from Star Trek. It's a real book. You should try it out.
See, instead of the hard-boiled detective, you could be the soft-boiled detective that skulks around the cafe in the afternoon sunshine.
That's what this jacket screams is afternoon sunshine. You're gonna see the other one though. The other one is a floral print. I went crazy with the floral print.
That's nice.
I need to go back. Like honestly, I need to do justice by all of these, you know. And so I'm choosing to go back and finish all my codes. All right. I love that flower print. I need to do justice by that because I just don't want it just to waste away in the closet. And people, I'm one of those people who shows up with a different outfit every day and people now expect it, you know?
Why not? You've got the wardrobe for it. You might as well embrace it.
I love the collar size. I've gone through many different phases of collar, but excuse me, I love the bigger collar because I'm always wearing hats and my chin is so big you can land a plane on it. Anyways, so it fits.
That was the plane motor. I'm not like that guy from Police Academy. Just run with it.
I saw a video where some guy was like, I just watched all the Police Academy videos, and I'm like, all 7 guy? Why? Like,
Goodness.
During a certain hurricane, I was staying at a resort in Mexico, which makes me sound way more pretentious than what it is. But they played Cocoon and a couple Police Academy movies that they had on film. Because we were in the basement. Wow. We were in the basement during the hurricane.
Oh, goodness.
There was something else I was going to ask you. The show, they had great singers. Oh, yeah, that dude fell in love today. That's a different story for later. Oh, so that sponsorship I got was was kind of hooey. What was your verdict on the William Shatner Star Trek novels? Okay, which ones? The ones that were written after? Because I collect Star Trek books. Or was this like fan fiction? Or was it something written by William Shatner? I know a guy that does music all by mouth ever since 1977. I think he did work with the guy from Police Academy. What was that guy's name? Do you know what's really funny? Because I'm kind of stuck in that era. Like, I miss that like era. I have nostalgia, but it's basically because of the media of the time. So recently I discovered this. I received a few trash. Did you see that message I got that I put in the group on Twitter? Waternay?
No, I didn't see it.
I received a message from the Illuminati.
Oh, goodness.
They asked me to join on Twitter. Sorry, guys, you are not the real ones. But this, I'm gonna bring you guys into my DMs because I want to show you this company that offered me a sponsorship, gave me a promo code, told me to order stuff. It's all women's stuff. I ordered 4 things and their prices were so crazy. But anyways, I get to the thing and they keep on saying, "Oh, because of where you live, we're going to charge you." And I was like, "It's a scam." But they keep on saying they want me to be their ambassador for free. And then when I sent them the DM saying, "Hey, you're kind of like you're trying to charge me for something you said was free." Guess what? I have not heard. Guess who I have not heard back from? So let me share this really quick. I thought this. Oh, whoops! No, not the video file. I am sharing my DMs. This one. So basically, these guys. What is this company called though? I can't say it.
Abbey Spire?
Okay.
Abyss Spire.
So since you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing because I'm a funny bunny. Let's go to the next one. Let's share that again because it jumped screen. So basically, these guys sent me a message saying that they want to sponsor me, and then it's a racket. This shirt is $100 and something bucks.
Which one?
This shirt right here is $100 and something. This whole outfit is like $300 or $400 right here. This shirt is like $150. Well, now that I see him wearing it, it could probably fit me. Well, now that I see him wearing it too, it could probably fit me. But they keep on saying, hey, we want to sponsor you. Like, no, you're a scam. You're a scam. But I thought it was really weird. Their promo worked until I got to the checkout, and they wanted like $34 from me. And like for as much as like ha, like I don't involve myself in scams. I don't play 3-card money. I look both ways crossing the street. I have rules. There are just certain things. If it smells like a rat, I walk. And this reeks. Am I being paranoid? Because look at all these people. They paid $34 and they got 4. Because it will always come out to about $600 or $700. Because if you order 4 items, they start at $120, $140.
Well, it's just weird to me that they're like, oh, for free, but oh no, it's $35. That was like, if they had just said, hey, you can order all this stuff and just pay for shipping or a search, a $35 charge or whatever. But the fact that they're like shady about it would make me uncomfortable.
And that's my thing. And I have the Judge Judy rule that if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Hands down. Like there's, it's one of those things. It was cool. I was flattered that they even they were like, oh, we really like your stuff. But part of me thinks that it was a robot liking my stuff.
Or just like, they pay someone to scattershot it for anyone who looks interesting and alternative. What on earth is on your TV screen in the background? Is that like some giant spider?
It's the Animatrix. This is a cartoon about the last inceptions of humans that lived on the surface of the earth during the Matrix. Okay. And so these are the dinosaur versions of the little creeper things that we see in the movie, because the Animatrix jumps all over the place.
Okay.
It goes, it goes throughout the Matrix timeline, so to speak. Awesome. They got took too, but they sent photos when they asked him for sending the money back and never did. See, that's my thing. Like, I just if it smells like a rat, I'm walking. Like I am non-trusting in that. Well, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck scam. Exactly. It was flattering though, and I'm like, even by like them trying to scam me, I'm like, oh, you liked my stuff. Because my Twitter and Instagram is exclusively all the stuff I upcycle. Because honestly, I really don't have much to say on social media like that. Like I don't comment on like, you know.
Well,
I
it
don't
works
look
out though because you have a really cool feed.
my Twitter, I've built it up like that on purpose. My Instagram, I try to put my videos, but they have even more restrictions than YouTube.
Hmm.
And so what happens is like they would take my video, then they copyright strike me for a song. It just got confusing. And I'm one of those people where like I want to continue on my Rumble channel, but I like have to focus on one thing. Cuz
Well,
you build things, you know.
don't play songs.
But I like the nostalgia though.
Hmm. Oh, well, I did send you the playlist from that one company. It had kind of a nostalgia vibe, even though it wasn't a direct nostalgia song.
I definitely need something. I need a change because I want to get back to my pre-records, but they just have hosed me so much it's discouraged me.
Hmm. Well, if they're always getting you on copyright strikes, then you gotta just quit putting the copyright on.
I know. Stop hitting yourself. I know. But like, you know, I don't want people to forget Shalimar. And I watched a documentary on Midnight Star. It made me want to cry. They were rock stars. There was 9 of them, and they all fought like cats and dogs. The UK are now under a new Indian scammer scheme. The UK are usually fast at stomping them out, but I'm getting about 3 calls a day from an echoing line. You know, I get the same on my cell phone. It used to be illegal to make scam calls on your cell phone, and there was a president who deregulated it, and so now we all get calls. Wipeout Audio is royalty free. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Oh, good. I need new stuff because YouTube is really coming after me. As I have In Living Color stuck in my head. Cult of personality.
Oh, such a good guitar riff on that song.
And see, that's the thing. I think it's because I grew up in the MTV era. I want to share that, and I don't think I ever will be able to. I don't think
You
I'll
need to,
ever. I don't know. I miss that.
you have to start a reaction channel then.
Oh, that's so awesome. I pretend I'm in a John Carpenter movie while I'm writing at night while listening to the Vampire playlist. The only time I ever did anything edgy was in Yosemite one time, and I do not recommend this. I gave my disclaimer already. While I was driving in the middle of the night, I turned my lights off.
Oh my goodness.
And I literally saw the Milky Way. I was like, oh, crud. And I turned my lights back on in the middle of Yosemite, and it was kind of raining and snowing.
How were
But I'm
you
not that
seeing the Milky Way when it was covered in rain and snow clouds?
Have you ever been to Yosemite? Like the weather changes every 5 minutes.
Oh, I see.
Like I was going up this windy, my elevation was so high that I was driving through the clouds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Yosemite is a fun place. And it's not that far. It's really not that far. Veronica has to go. You got to be the coolest girl in the world. But I would not recommend doing that. This was 20 years ago. I have had every type of preset in Yosemite. It's crazy. They have crazy weather there. Willis and stand-up comedy mode. I call them, Kilroy coined it, but I like Selfeld. Instead of Seinfeld, I like Seinfeld. So what's it with my bobbin? You can go off for months with the Seinfeld all in one day. I mean, absolutely. Yosemite's crazy. They have crazy weather. And that particular trip, when I woke up, it was a beautiful day the next day. The sky was clear and everything. I just got to find it. Every very cool play, people, and share them. Oh, thank you. Man, I really do have living color stuck in my head. I'm so glad that I got over my fear of the zipper. I forgot.
Monica knows how to lay out the compliments. We're cool.
I almost forgot there was hockey on.
Oh.
Yeah, we're playing. We are playing the world champion Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh goodness. How are we doing?
Well, they haven't scored yet, so that's a plus.
Okay.
The Kings are actually really good this year, so we'll see how far. But the Knights are really good as well. And that is the sports report. Back to you, Waternay.
Today in weather, we had it's looking like it's going to be a scorcher tomorrow, and then we'll be into fall weather.
Let me grab my phone. Yay! It's weird at my dispensary. Like the owners are from hockey loving countries, so it trips out everybody that we get into these like really in-depth hockey conversations. But you know, people from the fingers, from Russia. When I say the fingers, I mean Finland. You know,
I got some fingers for you.
Well, if you lived in Michigan, they identify that entire state by a hand. Like they're like, "Where do you live?" And they're like, point to the hand, you know, because you know it's literally the shape of a hand. My ding ding is dead as a doornail, so getting it trapped in a zipper is no biggie. Veronica has me looking at scooters again and looking at Honda's prices. I can't remember. There was this Honda scooter that looks like the BMW motorcycle. I kind of want it. It's identical to the BMW motorcycle.
Well, if you want it, get one.
No, I don't want to. I'll get the scooter before the BMW. The BMW motorcycle is the one that every cop has. I think it should be illegal to own the same vehicle as the police. And that's just me. Because when they come up behind me screeching in those BMWs, I slow down. And then I'm like, oh, you're not a cop. You just look like one. Time is just very important to me. It's very finite. And what? Thank you. I spend time with becomes my life. So I choose wisely. Thank you. Do you know what's really funny? You would say that I was raised by an extremely older family. And it made me realize that, you know, time is finite. I just got home and was cruising and listening. Oh, that's awesome. Mine's too putty loud. My speakers are so loud. One day I'm going to put on the HMS Pinafore. I still have a feeling in my face, though. So my lips in the zipper when I wear my gimp mask is a problem. Oh, hey, man, what happens in the UK stays in the UK. You guys are famous for that stuff over there, dog. I missed you, dog. I missed you. Bugatti has scooters too. Do you know what's really funny? I get advertisements now for scooters and Ducatis, and like the Ducati advertisement makes me want to get one. It's against every principle, but like I would totally get one. I want to look like I'm in the Matrix with a Ducati. I live in the country, 55-mile-an-hour roads that people go 60, 70 on. Gonna have to save the scooter for when I move to the city. People fly here too, though. People fly, and they have no. So, Waternay, on your side of town, do people tailgate?
Yes.
That's how you know they're from here. The people who are not tailgating, I'm like, you are not from LA because you have patience. My dream scooter is a Helix. I just bought out my winter helmet. Awesome, which looks like a cop helmet, white bobber with a buckle. I love it. Finally cool enough. Oh yeah, that's not fun scooter riding. Oh, now I have 11 colors stuck in my head. This weather change is not being kind to me. My nose gets stuffed every time the weather goes, the temperature drop.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to start wearing my Fonzie leather again.
Gotta stay cozy.
I'm trying to rotate all my vests and everything. Since I have such a cool selection in this room. I got a patch today that I've been waiting, I don't know, over a month and a half for. The last one I ordered took 3 days. I think they made it and walked it to my house.
Well, they had to get their 10,000 steps in.
So now that I have nothing pending on Amazon, I'm thinking about finally getting rid of my Prime account.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
They've been late on every single delivery, and I had a cowboy hat that just plain old didn't show up, and I had to fight them to stop the payment.
I mean, was it being made from scratch or something?
Brother just wanted a new cowboy hat. Do you know, it's my everyday wearing hat. So I order a very specific type of hat because it's going to get beat up. It needs to take the everyday wear and tear. I wear my hat in the rain, and I ordered the same thing from the same company, and they must be under new management. Oh, give me a second.
So, what projects is everyone working on right now? Today I was putting stain on a new I had a scrap piece of plywood, and I put stain on it, and I was putting some spar urethane on so that if I have to work on something messy, I have a place that's easy to clean up. But now it looks so nice that I'm reluctant to use it for something messy. Let's see. 90 today and 70 degrees now, still hot. Yeah, what the heck? I'm so ready for fall. Let's see. And a red Vespa, hence the scooter talk. If you wore that hat in the UK, you would get beat up all day long. Oh no. So I've been working on a I call it I'm history bounding an Edwardian person who is history bounding a pirate. And so I've been making a pirate shirt, and it's mostly done, but I've been kind of fussing with the collar. So let me show you what I've got. I just have it basted in because I wasn't sure, but I used my ruffler attachment on my Kenmore 32. And so I've just got it basted, but this is what it looks like. And I've been debating about whether I like it this way or if I want to do something, just a plain band. But I thought that the ruffle came out really well. I really like how that worked with the ruffler attachment.
That looks great. So when I go on the Today Show, you're gonna let me wear that?
If you want to, you can have puffy sleeves as an inside joke. These sleeves they have all the puff. I mean, all the puff. Check that out.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious.
So, if you have any collar ideas, pardon my basting is coming out. Feel free to chime in. Give me your opinion.
If you wore that hat in the UK, you'd get beat up all day long. Do you know it's really funny? I heard that people that wear hats out there are considered pretentious in general. 'Cause it's
If you
always
wear
coming.
a hat, you're pretentious.
Yeah, because well, if I was to wear a cowboy hat and live there, they would be like, "You're not a cowboy," you know.
Ah, okay. A cowboy hat. Well, yeah, that's not really what the what's the term for the animal workers in the UK? Whatever. That's not what they wear.
I
So,
was recently watching an interview where somebody was like, "Yeah, like in America, I loved it because I could wear a hat," and I was like, "Really?" But they were from there, you know. It was the guy from The Wire.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the ruffle. So you think stick with the ruffle as opposed to a plain band? What kind of cuff did I do? I did a really long cuff, and then I was afraid it was going to be too small, so I put a little placket on it, like a button stand. So it's here. I'll just stick my arm through one for reference. But it's got a super long cuff, and then I can turn it up if I want to. What were you going to say, William?
As somebody who does work with animals, I do think it's weird if somebody does rock the hat and they're not a cowboy, but I don't judge. I do not judge, but that's me. That's just me. Come on. That is just Seinfeld's puffy shirt. That's amazing.
It's so
I'm
puffy.
clapping over here. That is Tonight Show worthy. Today's Show.
And these are handmade pewter buttons that I got from the Tudor tailor.
Look at that. That is $1 million Seinfeld shirt right there.
And then if I want to be a little more 16th century, then I can turn the cuff up, which makes the sleeve still puffy, but a little bit less puffy. And
I was
just
obsessed.
gives it a different look. What was that?
Obsessed with Seinfeld. When Seinfeld aired, I watched every episode every Thursday. So your shirt is relevant. I love your shirt.
Thank you.
We need one more person, and we'll be the Three Musketeers. I get to be D'Artagnan, though. I'm kidding. I watched this BBC thing about the Three Musketeers, and it made them real to me. But of course,
wow.
it was a BBC show, you know.
Why not?
Blackadder, the second shirt. Yay, Alibaba's back.
Oh, welcome back, Alibaba. Oh, you missed my shirt with the massive sleeves.
Love
and
it.
the ruffle.
Love it.
It even has the underarm gussets.
Tudor Tailors is awesome. I like Burnley and what is that, Trowbridge too. That is a shirt that you can wear anytime.
That was my whole plan. I put a waistband on it so that it was like so that it's puffy, but it's kind of got some shape to it, and it doesn't come down to my knees. Yes, Joy, it is linen. It's so nice. It's so soft.
Wow. Is that expensive?
No, I got it from fabricstore.com, and then they're always having like a sale, and they have if you use the code I love linen, then you get a 7% off. And then they'll have in their doggy bag, they'll have like roll ends and pre-cut stuff that someone I don't know, got the wrong thing, or I don't know. So you can get, and it's wide too. And so you can get linen for I don't know, $10 a yard. I mean, give or take, depending on what you get and all of that.
I live for oopsies. I am here for oops. That is my middle name. Oh, I'll buy that. And gussets and waistbands. So do you have to course it? It's not a full shift.
Right. It's not a full shift for me. So it's more of a really puffy shirtwaist. I want to say it's short, like waist length. God,
Straight from the UK. Their linen is awesome. My current project is actually a bathrobe, and their waffle stuff. It's so small until you wash it.
Oh, no, their waffle stuff gets smaller when you wash it. I hope you didn't cut it the wrong way. But it's really nice, though. I made some towels with it, some hand towels.
Awesome. So you've seen how many coats I have, and I really want to make a cheetah coat, but I have my coats are almost as many as sewing machines as
I mean, at this point, what's one more? If you want a cheetah coat, make a cheetah coat.
And that's if you added the coats I've purchased and the coats that I've made, I probably have more coats than sewing machines. Or they're close. No, yeah, they're close.
I mean, it makes you happy. It's harmless.
And it was from that one place I was going out of business that was $1 a yard. If I go back this weekend, I have so much stuff. I have to justify going to downtown.
You always find a reason.
It shrinks a bit. Oh, okay. I leave it unwashed to sew easier. I just know my size, so I cut it bigger. I do the same thing.
Have a good night, dog.
Thank you so much for stopping by, dog. It was great seeing you. I'm here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays if you're around. Yeah, see you later. Yay, take care. By the way, it's 4. If it makes you feel any better, that's either the time I'm going to work or the time I'm going to bed. That is the exact time that I am either at work or I'm in my bed forcing myself to go to bed. My new thing is watching I've been watching the UK 11 and 12 o'clock news, but now I'm well, in my brain, because the sun's shining over there and everything. So I have to go back to the Savannah cam.
You do have an odd sleep schedule, but I don't know. You found something that works for your scheduling requirements.
I've been doing it for years and I'm not on probation, so it counts. No, because a lot of people would not be able to hang with my sleep schedule because I nap.
Yeah, you forget biphasic. You've got some whole triphasic thing going on.
It works. It keeps it. I'm not making soap or starting fight clubs. So it works. And go. People reciprocate, so I think I'm not hallucinating. But in life, one can never be sure.
It's all an elaborate.
Oh, go ahead.
It's all an elaborate scheme by Amelie.
Don't say that too many times. I might run out of this room. Oh, now I have. Maybe it's Maybelline stuck in my head. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Please tell me you remember those old adverts.
I do. I was just trying to figure out why it popped in your head.
Because what you said kind of sounded like Maybelline for a second.
Ah, I see.
Okay, that one just kind of hooked. Okay. As long as it's not Willy Wonka in the bikini, you're good. I actually knew someone that did that for views, and I hope I never stoop down that low.
Well, I mean, I did watch that guy complaining about the sexy female carpenters that I had never heard of until after his video ended, and I saw that one who had like the minute-long intro walking down the beach in her short shorts and a tool belt. So apparently there's a niche.
A huge one. There's a young lady I watch who she's the Viking type, but she does welding half dressed. Let's just put it that way. And like, as somebody who has a license, none of that would be going on in the state of California. We have regs. I need leather on everything. You couldn't just be walking up in my shop looking like that.
She's just asking for burns.
Oh man. But she obviously owns her own property because she's out there. She's a professional. She knows what she's doing, you know. It's not like she's a rookie or anything like that, but she's definitely you know, using her thing. Or Jesus healing the blind with his spit, dreaming ill and realizing why his disciples left him because of his creepy foot fetish.
Oh,
Put on a
goodness.
bikini. You know, if I need to do some more, maybe next summer I'll get back to my nobody wants to see my grizzly bits.
We can
Come here, my child, let me wash your feet and rub you in oil. I don't want to be in your gang anymore. I would do anything for clicks, but I won't do that. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was all these kinds of people I've met around the internet, and I have to remind myself all the time, I'm a sewing channel. I am a sewing channel. This is a sewing channel. I am not here for any of that other stuff. Have a great night, dog. I can feel anything. Oh, in the immortal worlds of Daryl Hall and John Oates, I can't go for that. No, I can't go for no. Now I have that song cemented in my head.
That's such a good song.
That is a great song.
Thanks, Kilroy.
That song's a jam. All right, I think I have enough pins in. I can't go for that. No, we're both singing it now.
You want my soul.
So I have a do you know what's really funny? Do you know what song I should be singing is A Whole New World? Because you want to know why?
What? Okay, why?
Because my serger works now.
Ah.
It has open. I need to get my serger book out and re-educate myself on. I need to go to Serger 101, Serger school. Maybe Joy could take me to Serger school. She'd drop me off.
You'll have to set up an appointment, and Joy can say, "Okay, now here's the thing. You do the thing, and then you twiddle this knob and do this other thing."
And this thing does this thing that makes it go. That's my line. It's like, what makes it go? You know? Oh. At least a new song this time, not the same damn two songs. You said it, and now I have Rah Rah Rasputin stuck in my head. I bet Pam and Joy could. YouTube it. You know I'm a pirate. I'm going to go in with little knowledge and all gusto. Because here at the House of Sewing, aka my so-called life, I also changed my name too. I don't know if it's an official name change. I'm just trying it out. I'm walking around with it. I'm seeing how it fits. But I've been getting nothing but positive response on my so-called life.
I think it's a good choice.
Godless Sewing sounds like that big scary guy with the vest.
Probably has bad words on it and stuff too.
Tons. Sings rah rah Rasputin. We made it an hour and 55 without bringing up that song. I'm proud of you, gang. I'm proud of everybody here. We made it an hour or something without bringing up Boney M.
Good Kilroy let us down.
He's already dancing in my head. I found a video I hadn't seen. I'm like, oh, I didn't steal all your styles. I love Boney M style. There's quite a few things I copy from Boney M. I'm so excited. Now there's a ton of stuff that I'm gonna go through and start edging a ton of stuff that I should have years ago. I have so many unfinished projects that are just waiting for a whoops, wrong angle. I was just waiting for a serger. Look how beautiful. I love this floral print.
My grandmother would have liked that. She loved blue and yellow together. And flowers.
Oh, I missed on that last swing.
Boo hiss.
Oh, that was bad, even by my standards. Okay. But first you can't succeed. Try. Perfect. Now it's double reinforced in there. Beautiful.
That edge isn't coming apart.
Ever. I went through this weird flower phase where I was buying flower prints. Because I don't know, I just like the floral print. I have another one that I could pull out that I need to add a zipper to, which I might. It's a darker. I have this weird rose burgundy obsession.
Nice.
So it's a darker print, but it's still beautiful. What's that?
I said it sounds nice. Joy will not be blamed for that.
It is blasted in my ears. I can't hear anybody right now because the song's just rah rah sewing steam. That guy really knew how to sew. Rah rah sewing steam. If he'd ask him, they'd say that he got a blow. I'm gonna make up my own version to the song now.
I'll just think of my coffee rap, my MC Hammer parody, Coffee Time.
Oh, now you got that song stuck in my head. All right. Sellingstein. I blame skits. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I blame skits.
Well, he brings it up all the time.
Oh, that worked. Oh.
Oh, my word. Keep it in your own head.
It's blasting. It's in my ears right now. That guy really knew how to sew. Oh, Godless, part of getting over an addiction is admitting you're addicted. It's on the long list. It's on the long list of addiction. Okay. Yeah, so I fell in love with this show, Waternay. It's called Next Something Fashion, and I kind of like it. And you know what? It's because of my age that I'm whining about one of the hosts. It's just because I'm jealous and I want to be in her position.
Well, I mean, she still needs to be informed if she's going to host. And if she's trying to like have things explained for ignorant viewers, then she needs to do it in a better way. Or they need to write it for her.
Donatella Versace and this other man who, like, when they were showing who he dresses, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so out of my league. I didn't even know that league existed. And then she is in a room with professionals, and then they all loved it. And then she's like, I don't like your collar. And I was like, that's a bit picky. That's a bit petty. That's a bit picky. Ross Matthews got dragged in RuPaul's Drag Race because he told someone like, oh, you didn't stone your shoes. And they were like, are you a drag queen? But technically he was a judge. You know?
Didn't stone your shoes?
Yes. Because even in that world, you're supposed to stick to every single detail. Oh, I love this.
How do you stone your shoes?
You know, like rhinestones.
Oh.
You know, because in that world, everything is over the top and shiny. This, I love this thing. I just wore it as a duster, but now that it has a zipper, it's relevant again. So on both of these, should I add white buttons? Well, I want to keep the green. I don't know. I don't know if I could find buttons that match that weird avocado, kiwi, lime green, but
what about a deeper shade in the same, in the same hue?
I like that. I really like that. I love how I make my hoods. I'm sorry. I have a very specific way. I'm a hobbit. Awesome.
I'm seeing either like navy or the lighter blue or yellow buttons on that.
On this one? Because the color scheme is all over the place on this one.
I mean, white would be okay, but I like the idea of color on there.
Yeah, you're right.
But, if you want white buttons, put white buttons on there. It's not that it would look bad.
Every time I wear this and I take the hood down, people are like, that's the biggest hood I've ever seen in my entire life. All right. So I really like how this came out. And yeah, I make giant hoods. This color I fell in love with, but there's also another color I fell in love with. It's the color of it was the same color of the Seattle Kraken's uniform.
That means nothing to me.
It's this without the yellow.
Okay.
I will grab it in a second. So, could you go on a sewing contest show? Joy, would you ever go on a sewing contest show? Would you want a name?
I don't think I sew that fast. I'm too, I'm meticulous and I'm not experienced enough to be meticulous at any amount of speed.
On a lot of these shows, they give you assistance.
I mean, I think I could
please go ahead.
come up with some interesting designs, but I'm not sure about executing them under pressure. I think that would take the fun out of it for me.
I agree. So Alibaba says, no, Joy, no, I would panic with people watching me. And they give them like, but I was thinking about this. They on day 1 they gave them 8 hours, and then on day 2 they gave them 4.
What are they trying to make in 4 hours?
Well, 4 hours is finishing whatever you made on day 1, and these are
Oh,
elaborate. Like the first theme was royalty, but they had to do it like they had to choose someone who they thought was royalty, and then they had this garden theme where they were literally sewing plants on clothes.
goodness.
They were, they were fake plants, but they were using them as clothes. You won't find me on any of those shows sewing. That's why I love to sew out of my house. No one sees my mistakes. And then I think that's what it was. This young man who got kicked off the show on the first episode, they said he was too much like this one designer. And I'm like, this guy's $1 million sewist. Like every single one of these people on the show has had a runway, has had their clothes on a runway somewhere. Or like the one person who was unexperienced, she had sold her clothes to Lizzo, and to like, she was very famous online for selling her clothes to African American women. So these people came with reputations.
Okay.
But I'm watching it and I'm like, I can do that. You give me a Juki, they would be like, this guy's unorthodox, and I did not know he was left-handed. Once they see me sewing with my left hand, they'll be like, what is this guy? But I don't know. I think I could go on one of those shows. Maybe it's my bravado. I would need a little bit more confidence in certain things that I make, but there was one guy who was kind of messing up, and he got help, and they were professional sewists that are basically your assistants, and their entire studio is basically a fabric store. Like you walk in and they're like, oh, everything you need is in here, and it's like rolls of fabric on the wall. When I finally do lose it and spend all my money, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a room just like their workroom.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you what you had decided to do with your fabric, like if you were going to set up a wall display or...
I haven't decided yet, because my neighbor, I'm trying to buy the house, but he's an alien from outer space, so he's all over the place. And so I'm in the process of decluttering my life. So once I do that, I may build a rack, because I want something where I can pull my rolls of fabric out. I want something where I can just pull all the rolls of fabric out at the same time,
Yeah.
And that's basically what it's about, So I don't know.
Not having a good display is how you lose the fabric at the bottom of the bag under another piece of fabric. Ask me how I know.
Like that weird, I'll grab it, but I'll show it to you. I forgot I had this. Take this off really quickly. But there's fabric that I found. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I had you. I completely forgot I had you. Oh. So this is the cheetah print I've been ranting about all evening. I have 8 yards of this.
What kind of what's the fiber?
It's cotton. It's super cotton. This was $1 a yard. It even has that like fabric store smell to it. But I know you're not a cheetah print person, but I like the Shaka Zulu look.
It looks good on you. It just doesn't suit me. You could make it.
Go ahead. I'm having visions of the show Shaka Zulu with the full swash across the chest, and I could rock that. I would rock that.
You could make a cover for your chair that you're sitting in.
That's too practical. Why are you so practical? You are so practical. You and your logic over there. You living in reality over there. And I have this weird rule about wearing anything that's near my skin color, but this is so soft.
Ooh.
These are horses.
Is that what material is that? It's hard to tell in the light. Is that like a short pile stretch velvet?
Yes. Super velvety and super stretchy. And I probably got this for 50 cents a yard. Or something crazy, because the day I purchased everything, he's like, I want $28. And I told him, I was like, no, I'm going to give you more money because that seems really low. I bought over 40 something, almost 50 something yards from this guy.
Oh, goodness.
That's why Modelo, man, loves me. I'm like, nah, man, like, I'm not going to rip you off here. Take this. Like,
what?
I forgot I had this. I legitimately forgot I had this.
I mean, that looks like something that you found behind the couch of a 80s museum.
I am living in an 80s museum. Thank you very much. Yes, that's so up my alley. I live there. That's so up my alley. They came to my front door.
I'm having trouble getting behind the horse fabric.
So you're not a horse girl, huh? There's a whole horse woman motif. There's a whole way of life. Horse people is a whole way of life. That is the Neanderthal print. Thank you. Takes me back. Do you know, when I first pulled it out, I don't know if you were here, I was like, oh, this takes me back. Alibaba will get it. No one laughed. I do forget everything. I do. Horse girl, thank you. Horse girls are back. It's just, you have to have a lot of money. Where I'm from, horse girls are, you have to be rich to own a horse. The trailer, the land, like
feeding it.
The 80s called and said they want their stuff back. Isaiah used to watch a cartoon where one of the characters got recalled because he was from the 80s, and they're like, they got a phone call and he's like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's the 80s. We're taking you back. Oh, Pam, I absolutely think you're hilarious. I laughed. No feelings were hurt here. No soists were harmed here in my so-called life.
Oh, I'll be right back. Okay. I got a book I wanted to show Pam.
Okay, so now that she's gone, what should I do with the horse brand?
I look forward to hearing what the ideas are.
I'm thinking about going full sweatshirt because it's so soft. This is velvety, it's stretchy. I was thinking about making a turtleneck, but I've made quite a few turtlenecks. I don't know, just what pops in my head. I'm the same way. But I was thinking about making a turtleneck with this, but I was thinking about also of making a sweatshirt. Do you see how stretchy this is? I was also thinking about making a sweatshirt because this is something I would wear. Even though it breaks my rule, it's close to my skin color, but I would still wear it. Yikes. Joy votes for chair cover. Well, I do. I have two of these. I do, because these came as a set and they were separately priced, but I was like, I'll take them both. Make a Speedo. Okay. I could make the whole mankini with this. A lined Speedo. I know you won't take offense to it. No, in no way, shape, or form.
You're making a what now?
Let's go back to Joy's. Joy said, "Make a speedo."
With the horse fabric.
So because it's too close to my skin color, I might go to jail if I wore that in public, or at least have to explain to people why I'm wearing something.
Oh goodness.
Do you know what's really funny? When I was a kid, I was in swim team 1 year and I couldn't stand the uniform. Not my bag. Not.
A little tiny swimsuit, 3 sizes too small.
I remember being like, "What is this?" I was like 9 or 10. I was like, "I don't want to be on the swim team anymore. I'll play baseball. I like baseball. I don't want to be on the swim team." No point in making a speedo. We already know what religion you are.
So do atheists have a piercing? Is that how we can tell?
Man, this went south so fast. I am gonna make. What should I make? I almost made the trench coat. Like, honestly, the only reason I'm not making it now is because I have to sew my other patch, and I wanted to finish both of my coats, which I have. But on Saturday, I will be showing up with a cheetah coat for sure, because I have 8 yards, so I might go crazy and make Lucy's coat again. Do you remember me talking about Lucy's coat? Lucille Ball and Dick Cavett show. I just loved the length, but it was the 1970s and that was the look, you know. So I still love, and it just the length with the collar. I was looking at it today. I was like, no, I don't want to put a zipper on that because I would need a super long zipper because the coat is matrix long. Like it goes, you know.
What about just a toggle at the top?
Look at you in common sense solving problems over here. Solving problems. I'm trying to think if I have any giant black buttons. I have this weird obsession with collecting giant buttons, but I don't think I have any black buttons. I'm stumped on that stretchy fabric. This stuff is, and I forgot how stretchy this was.
Yeah, that's too stretchy for a swimsuit.
Just as I slash on my microphone with the I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with this, and like I don't want it to get buried, and I have a weird I should just go get it, huh? It's a weird microfiber I don't even know what color you call it, but it's just as stretchy as this. And it's like an off burgundy, almost purple. It's like purple meets red. I know that's a really bad explanation. I forgot how stretchy this was. Should I just be the ghost of Neanderthal past or what? I like this print. I do. I know. But this is why we need you on my so-called life channel. Because I'm out in outer space. And I need you to grab that rope every once in a while and bring me back down to earth.
Well, I mean, but I can't make. I mean, it's you and your fat. I can't make that decision for you. I mean,
Yeah, but sometimes I like tacky, and sometimes there's like, oh, godless sewing, you are a fashionista, and other times you're like, dude, you are dressed like my grandma's old couch. Have a seat, sir. Have a seat.
Well, this one I think does fall into the old couch column, but again, it's you and you're the one who's got to wear it. So
you didn't see what when you were walking around, Joy was like couch cover. That is a couch cover. Get that print out of here.
Yeah, but
that goes back to
want that on my couch either.
This does go back to horse people. I'm horse people.
Maybe you could make a blanket out of it and donate it to someone in need.
I'm in need of a horse blanket. It does, old couch. It does. Here, I'll make you big and I'll go cry in the corner.
No.
Oh.
Well, I got the new Joanna Basford coloring book. It's small, no pun intended, and it's just like but I thought that I got the lay flat one, so I don't know, I might have to send this back and get the lay flat version, because like how are you supposed to color in this when it's like it keeps flopping closed. But anyway, but it's little small decorative motifs and small pictures and stuff, so that you can, I guess, have the satisfaction of coloring without spending 3 days on something.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I definitely need a lay flat version. That's
Ooh,
not
a
good.
bed sheet. I like Pam's make a shirt. That would make a cool shirt. It'd have to be an undershirt though, because I got a spare tire on this big rig.
Well, when you laugh, the horses will jiggle and it'll look like they're going.
It's the new frustrating format coloring book. Oh, that's hilarious. Xerox the pages. That brings me back. That brings me back to when teachers really did do that. When you get a Xerox from the workbook, they're like, turn this in tomorrow. T-shirt and user Serger to do it. Winner. I'm gonna grab a cookie and we're gonna start doing that right now with the Neanderthal print. Let's plug in the Serger and let's see what happens, as I say.
When you throw that over your shoulder, it makes me think of the king from Coming to America.
So the Ashanti prince, when he showed up for the coronation, he was wearing the real Kente print and everything. And I was like, oh, that's real. That's not just like, I mean, that's not just something they talk like the Kente print, all that stuff. That is their national print. I did not know that. Yay. It is. I need practice. I definitely. Yay. I do need practice big time. Spare tire is what gets you through the rough storm. Absolutely. And I float well. Enjoy really good use for that Serger. I still love the smell of a page fresh out of a Xerox machine. In the main office at my job, we still have one of the last remaining old school, like 5 foot. That thing's got to be, it's like up to here on me. People use stools for it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
What about those purple mimeograph pages?
Oh, you're taking me back. All right, let me set up a little bit. Let me get my pattern and my table. Ooh, and my breakfast burrito. I forgot about that.
Oh, hey. So in with my coloring book, I got another book called Bookshops and Bone Dust. And this is a prequel to Legends and Lattes, which is about an orc who opens up a coffee shop. It was meant to be cozy reading for the pandemic. And it was good, so I got the prequel.
I love diving into worlds like that. I should grab the Serger before it gets hidden. I can't believe I brought this thing back to life.
Well done.
Shazam, it just decided to start working for some reason.
Maybe you threw it around enough, it shook something loose.
Well, over the past 2 years, it's been a display. It's been chucked in a garbage can.
Of course, sewing machine.
I gotta find that video. I legitimately, in this room, chucked that thing in a trash can because I was so mad at it. Yay! I love the smell of mimeograph pages. Love the excitement. I'm excited to use this thing. I picked up a black page coloring book today.
Ooh,
Whoa.
nice.
You guys have really cool Goodwills. My Goodwill is so bare bones. I'm going to take a picture of it one day and show you how humongous and empty it is.
Well, I
did.
got mine from the A place, so
Oh, that's
I haven't
awesome.
found.
That's awesome.
Did you get yours from the A place, Pam, or did you get yours at a Goodwill, or where'd you find it? Oh, Joy says, "OMG! I just saw a posting for old Singer machine and cabinet for $1 starting bid. Nice. What kind of machine is it?"
Oh, if I lived in Canada, I'd be running over there right now.
Pam did not go to Goodwill.
I live so close to one. I try not to. I could go every day, but I try not to. It is so close to my house.
Mm.
Am I mistaken, or is Desert Industries from the Church of Latter-day Saints? Because whenever I see dinner, I had a roommate who was from Ghana, and he became a Mormon, and they would give him food, and it was all Desert Industries food in cans.
Did you feature this in your thrift haul video that I didn't get to watch yet?
Pam finds the coolest things. I know. I'm so jealous. You do. My thrift stores are so bare bones. I'm not sure it's the center diamond shaped. Oh, it is. It is. That's what I thought because, like I said, I had a roommate who was from Ghana and he joined the church, and I just remember that brand because everything they gave him had Desert brands on it. No, just got it today. Awesome. Sounds like a 1960s, 66 or 99 machine, Joy. I'm jealous too. I am. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hi, Happy Maker. Yay. I finally got my serger going. I'm taking a semi-needed breakfast burrito break. And then I'm going to get my shirt pattern, which I should grab right now.
You're not going to bid on it, Joy? How come? There's always room for one more sewing machine. How are you doing today, Happy?
This is I love this pattern. I have made so many turtlenecks from this. And it fits me perfectly. Have you ever found something and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this fits perfectly." Hi. Yay. Hello, hello. Awesome. Then I took my daughter thrifting at Savers also. Yay, hello, butterfly. That's like when I take Isaiah, he always scores. I'm like, where did you find this? It's because he has new eyeballs and I need my glasses.
You went to the thrift store and you didn't wear your glasses to see all the deals?
I'm pretentious, so I wear them to drive because I believe in safety, and then I take them off and leave them in my car.
They look good on you. You can be pretentious and wear them.
I carry my glasses actually everywhere I go because it would be mean to people on the road for me not to wear my glasses while driving. Yay! Okay is good. Okay is good. No room. There really is no room. I have to tell myself that because even recently I made room and I'm like, no, do not buy another table. Just in this room. Let's count. Let's be honest. How many sewing machines with the table? Okay. So there's my Nelco. That's 1, 2, 3. I forgot about you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 tables in this room. So I have to tell myself, do not buy another table, William. Do not.
Are they 14 tables you want to keep?
Do you know what's really funny? You're gonna come over here and you're gonna be like, sell all of it. I would be.
Um, well, I have as many machines as you do, so I think we'd have some mutual encouragement. But I did get mine to sell, most of them, a
See,
lot of them.
that's my justification. Like the ones you don't see are the ones that I've sold. Almost all wall space. Yep. Yay. Not mean, but dangerous. You look like you should be on people's people's sexiest man alive with your oh, thank you, Kilroy. You're trying for me to put those things. Wow. Yeah, I have quite a few tables in here. I will. Okay, see, all of Alibaba knows. I will never get rid of my Nelco. I got it working again. I got it up to speed. That was where, and I also bought the table for $15 because they were like, I've never heard of this brand.
I just don't know.
I had it here for the longest time. It was like literally where my microphone is. That thing, I loved my Nelco. I'm mad that I buried it actually, but I had to move on because I was just geeking out on that machine forever and ever. I loved that machine. And if you think about it, it was like a bargain brand back then. But for some reason I just love my Nelco N100. I've got 3 Rest portable. Interesting. My problem is that I'm in I started off in a humongous room. This is a giant room. And over the past 3 years, I've encased myself in sewing machines. I blame the pandemic. I store them in Caleb. Oh, okay. This is the pattern that I'm gonna start cutting out in a second if I don't finish it this evening. But we have time. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes.
For the animal print or for the horses?
For the horses. Because I know what I want to do with the cheetah. The horses, I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of it.
Ooh.
Wow. They have one that goes forward, backwards, zigzag, left and right. Oh wow. I'm really glad though that I got over my the tried and true pattern. You know what's really funny? This is on my list. My Mimi G pattern, even my tunic pattern is tried and true. Like there's quite a few that like I swear by these things. Mimi G R11407, I'll admit I went a little fanboy overboard on that one. And I modified that so much, it's not even funny. It's okay, dog. We're here. We are here. I can't sleep either most of the time. I'm so glad I got this 4-pound burrito. So that
I tried to take. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I tried to take a nap in preparation for tonight, but it didn't work very well. I didn't fall asleep. Let's see. Joy says, so keep your serger threads in either dark or light spools, less changing.
I'm still looking for my giant serger box. So right now I only have black thread. But I have a box somewhere in here with all the parts from all my other sergers because I keep certain machines together. Like I have a box that's all Kenmore. I have a box that's all Montgomery Ward. I have a box that's all Japanese clone Sears because they did use the same parts, even though the faces were interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it where you are, Water?
I'm in Western US, so it's not really that late, but I'm a night owl and my schedule was really late. And so I was trying to shift it to a more reasonable time, and it's kind of gotten stuck. And I've been waking up at like 2 3 in the morning, and so then come evening I'm really tired, and I tried to sort of take a nap so that I could stay up later, but then either like today I couldn't sleep, or what was it, Monday, where I couldn't wake up from my nap and I slept
Right.
through till 2 a.m. So I'm struggling right now. Alibaba is also struggling. What time did you get up today, Alibaba?
See, this is why I take power naps. Give yourself 2 or 3 like hardcore 2 or 3 hour power naps. You'll be just like me.
I'm not very good at napping. That's how I missed your stream on Monday.
I am so weird. Like honestly, I don't even know why I can maintain this cycle, but I have for over 5 years.
Wow.
And I don't feel any different. I do so little now. I'm a spaz. Leaves me so much energy. No, I imagine when I got in my car accident, I couldn't walk for a month. I couldn't imagine. Like I drove everyone around me crazy. It was real life, real Rear Window. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
You're there on your Ring app.
Oh, I got
murder.
For real. For real. I put up extra cameras. I was all up in my neighbor's business for no reason. I lived in my living room for 3 weeks.
Oh, goodness.
And then I would peep through the blinds with a walker. It was bad.
There was a show that came out on Netflix. I didn't get to watch it. I think it was Netflix. And it's something like, like the girl who saw the thing in the window of it's kind of like a parody of the sort of Rear Window type thriller, except she's a wine drinker and no one believes her, or something.
Joy is a night owl because I can see like I go to comment at something at 2 or 3 in the morning and Joy's there as well.
I'm such a night owl naturally.
That's like when I used to be on that show about British politics, people would always ask me, they're like, how do you know so much about politics in the UK? And I'm like, I didn't have the heart to tell them, I can't sleep and your news is fresh. So I watch it, like, I can't sleep at night. There's been quite a few times where I go to comment and I'm like, it makes me feel good that somebody else is awake like me. And I'm like, okay, Joy, I'm glad Joy's up. Sometimes you feel like you're the only person awake. So I have a question because I line everything. Should I line this shirt or should I just keep it as is? It's super stretchy and soft.
Yeah, I think if you line it, then you're just wrecking the
Integrity.
Qualities that you like about it.
All right. I just like complicating things. That's all. I am the king of over complicating everything. I line everything. It shows when somebody is self-taught is sewing, because someone like me will come in and line everything. And I have had traditional teachers, but I am very much self-taught.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I had my grandmother and my father, but they both were kind of like, hold my bobbin kind of thing and just watch and learn, Apart from when I get into a dream of Jesus foot washing. Good recall. If using a serger, no need to. Okay, see, this is what I need to hear. This is what I need to hear because I need to know these things. I am the king of lining everything. Now I just have rah sewing Steen stuck in my head. That guy really knows how to sew.
goodness. And I had coffee when I got on here too. This is why I say that coffee does nothing to keep me awake.
I'm gonna give you the godless sewing poor man latte that like is so stiff you could drive from here to Seattle and be there by 5 a.m. I'm kidding. I would never promote staying up all night like that and driving ever. Do you drink? Does espresso catch you at all?
That's what I just had.
Oh wow. I am like, people ask me if I'm on drugs when I drink espresso.
Yeah, caffeine doesn't really seem to do anything for me. But now if you give me something that may, quote unquote, make you drowsy. We were visiting my honorary great aunt and uncle. They were friends of my grandparents during the war. And they were driving us around the Lake District. But I get car sick and I was in the back of the car. And so she gave me a half a Dramamine and I was out cold. I missed the whole tour. I could not stay awake to save my life.
Do you still get car sick?
Yes, I got
Okay, good to know,
queasy
because
on the Queen Mary.
I won't come pick you up in my classic vehicles then. Because everything that smells like oil, like my truck shakes, my bike, that will give you motion sickness. Especially going 90 on a bike.
I do somewhat better in cars. Like boats are the worst. Cars, if I'm in the front seat, and sometimes I'll, like I don't read, I don't look at the map. I don't look at the map. Who looks at the map? I don't look at the map on the phone. Like none of that. But I did see, I saw in a list or an article or whatever talking about these amazing glasses, and they look absolutely ridiculous. They look like you took some glow sticks and tried to make a balloon animal pair of glasses, but they have liquid in them, which apparently gives your eyes like the right information so you don't get car sick. I don't know. I've yet to try them.
You know what? I cannot lay in bed unless I'm tired. I can't. I've laid in bed and walked right back out here and been like, why did I even go in my room? Like, why did I even go in there?
It's a lost cause, because then you're just lying there in the dark and your mind is going in circles
and a trillion, and then you're thinking about that thing that you can't control anyways.
That stupid thing you said when you were like 7,
or that snappy comeback you should have said at the meeting. For me, it's like, oh, if so and so ever approaches me, I'm gonna say X, Y, and Z.
Someone comes up, you're like, wait, hold on while I get my notes out.
Real. But that's real. Like, you think of this. I go to a lot of meetings, and I'm like, I'm always in the car, and I'm like, oh, I should have said this and this and this, I do that. It drives me mentally insane. I can't just like, they might make your car sickness into seasickness. I still feel exhausted. I can't fully understand why people go. I can fully understand why people go crazy. Oh, me too. Or like, have you ever seen the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas?
Just some snippets of it.
I would not ever recommend it. I'm not promoting it. But I've been there. That's the ultimate Karen right there.
They have like little water levels on the front and then on the peripheral vision as well. Yeah, Falling Down took Karen to a whole new level. Like he just lost it.
And imagine how fed up he would be with today's society. Like, that whole movie was based on the 90s society. the microwave generation, not even what we have now. And he was complaining about technology, you know. I told you about, like, I'm obsessed with Caro's, Coco's, Norm's. I'm waiting for my senior discount. It's coming soon, but not yet. But anyways, uh, I walked into Caro's one time. Every single person in the waiting room was on their phone. It was like I was in a Isaac Asimov novel.
Oh goodness.
It was and they were quiet too. That was what was weird to me, is they were just quiet. It was like a library, and I'm loud.
I mean, that's weird to me too. I mean, you know, you've got a good relationship with someone if you can sit companionably in silence. However, for me, going out to eat with somebody is because I want to enjoy their company and talk to them and hear what they have to say.
If I go out with somebody and they're all up on their phone, that's a good way for me to never go out with them again. I'll be your friend. I just won't go in public with you. I'll hang out with you even. I just will not go in public with you. I told you I went on a date, and this young lady was taking pictures of her food, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm too old for this. Oh, I'm too old.
Well, I mean, that's a thing. People are like, oh, look at this tasty food I had. I think you missed your arm sigh.
It's a generational thing, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being critical. Oh,
well,
man.
I mean, it's definitely a thing. I can understand why some people think it's weird. And also, you know, there's a time and a place for that. And I mean, was the food photograph worthy? I mean,
we went to Lucille's. It's mall barbecue. I don't know if that's I'm upset. I told you I'm obsessed with barbecue food. So I go to Wood Ranch and Lucille's.
I've been to Wood Ranch back in the day.
I have a constant ringing in my ears, very loud at night. Is that tinnitus? Is that what it's called? I swear to name. Those are some glasses. Michael Douglas's best film. I keep on bringing it up because I found like so kids, we used to keep these things in our cars that held our CDs. And I found a big leather case and it had Falling Down in there.
Wait, hang on, back up. What's a CD?
It's a compact disc, Waternay. Back in the Stone Age, we would put them into these receptacles and they would play music.
Wow. Why didn't you just stream it?
Do you know what? The other day, I was watching someone who shall remain nameless, but he was like, can you believe they had CD players in computers? I walked out the room. I left my phone. I was like, I'm too old for you. I walked out of this room. I was like, I quit. I quit for the day. You've officially hurt my feelings. I wish, you know what? I wish they still did have DVD players. I recently bought Paris is Burning because I watch it so much on YouTube. I just bought the movie. I was like, what's wrong with you, William? And I had to go searching for a disk drive for my computer. I knew I had one. I just had to go look for one. Oh, Joy, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I have the Ravers version of that because I grew up around loud noises and I went to concerts and stuff. But I'm not quite at the like. I get a low buzz sometimes, but that's from a lifetime of hugging speakers. Fast food patties are just the size of quarter nowadays. Shrinkflation is real. Kilroy, shrinkflation is real. I had a portable CD player in 1987. Do you know what's so funny? My brother gave me a hand-me-down. That was one of the big brick. It was the CD Walkman. I had the big brick with the leather carrying case and everything. It was my brother's hand-me-down. I rocked that thing all the way to like 95, 96. They had way better ones, but I still rocked it. Oh, those were good times. Those were good times. Back when Sony still called things Walkmans. I am antiquated, but we have fun here at my so-called life.
So was your Sony Walkman yellow?
I had that one. The one that latched over. It latched over. It had the latch and it had the big rubber buttons. Yeah, I had that one. I wore that thing like it was gold. Like oh man, I miss those days. Mine was like that, but oh wow, but a Denon one. Oh wow. That whole era, I thought I lived in the future back then. That whole era, I was like, look at this. We live in the future. You guys, seriously, I don't know what I'm doing. Is it me? It's me. Just like the Serger, I'm pushing too hard on this thing. I just recently bought this and I'm gonna have to replace the blade already.
Well, one, don't push so hard, and two, use a rotary mat.
Me. Common sense.
I mean, at least that's a plastic table, but a rotary mat would be better.
That's the whole reason I decided to destroy this in the 4 foot. Well, this is the 4 foot. The 4 foot and the 6 foot. Because I own quite a few of these and I own quite a few 6 foots too.
Alibaba says those blades don't last too long as well, even with the mat. I have the Ginger rotary cutter. Oh, it feels so nice. It's so nice to hold on to. But I got some replacement blades, and the Ginger blade lasted a long time. It somehow got nicked, but I feel like that lasted a lot longer than the replacement blades I got.
Literally pulls out the holy grail of cutters.
Oh,
literally,
it's so nice. I'll show you for people who haven't.
You're like, my Ginger is the top of the line.
I had a 50% off coupon at Joanne. It made it somewhat affordable. It's so nice.
Oh, let me switch it. Oh, that's from the future. I like that.
It's so nice.
That's Ginger?
Yeah.
And is it new? Is it like new generation?
I got it 10 years ago, something like that. I guess it's been now. Oh my word. No, it couldn't have been that long. 7 years. 5 years ago. Whatever. But it's my understanding that they don't make it anymore.
Oh.
But you might be able to, I'm sure you can find one on a resale site. But
neither am I, Kilroy.
Oh, but it feels so much nicer to hold on to than like the plastic glorified box cutters. It's really
That's
nice.
basically
It's
what they
worth
are.
it.
You app. That was the app description. No, they are. They are just fancy box cutters with Fiskars written on it. I don't get the guys that are trying to bring back vinyl because they say it sounds better. FYI, nerds, it doesn't. Okay. So you're not in that camp. I actually know people who are in that camp who are so excited vinyl's back. Oh, a limited edition Ginger one.
Oh, is it
I
limited
grew up in the
edition?
vinyl era.
Sorry.
Oh no, Alibaba spotted your limited edition Ginger right away. Dog grew up in the vinyl era. Hey, I bought vinyl. Now I have Bobby Brown stuck in my head. I bought the Ghostbusters soundtrack on vinyl. I still have it.
Wow.
The second one. Well, I have the first soundtrack too. They have to take shit out and put music on vinyl. It has less sounds. So do you think it sounds better?
It sounds different. I had a friend who was a drummer, and he was complaining that the digital made it too regimented, but now the digital is more, it's smaller pieces. So
I I used to watch this really weird conspiracy theorist guy named Bobby Hemmett, who said that like there was you'd get less magic. And I don't know, dog's gonna jump when I say that. You're gonna get less magic when they took it off of vinyl. You can't put very low and very high frequencies on vinyl. They just won't go. See, I did not know that. Digital has gotten better. The Monkeys on vinyl records. I don't know if I've told you, Pam, but what's his name? Davey? Which one?
mhm.
One of the Monkeys lived in my hometown. I grew up around the Monkeys. They were good people, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but he raised decent children too, and that's tough to say in my town. The silver spoons create attitudes, and they were humble people. They were good to me, at least.
Nice. Oh. No. Okay.
Now
never
I
mind.
have the Monkeys. Hey, hey, we're the Monkeys.
So
I
I was
love-
looking.
Oh, go ahead.
I was looking up to see if they still make the Ginger one. And I did find one from Tula Pink that is not, it's not the getting tongue tied. It's not exactly the same, but it looks like it would be really comfortable. So
I
you
just
could
have
try
Bobby
that one.
Brown on our own stuck in my head. Well, I guess we're gonna have to take control. Do you know that song? The Ghostbusters
Yes.
song? If it's up to...
I had forgotten about it, but yes.
I know. Oh, if you've forgotten, I know it word for word. What started all of this is I hadn't seen the Paul Rudd Ghostbusters, and I watched it the other day, and the end scene made me like cry. It was big cry. I'm
Oh
man enough.
goodness.
Oh, it was big cry. I won't give away the movie, but I'm all for nostalgia. So I had to play the song after. It had me like, like when Peter Capaldi when Doctor saw Bill and Clara for the last time. I was like unconsoled. Like you couldn't say anything to me. I was huffing in my house, like I knew these people. No, right.
Kilroy says early digital sucked. Now it's better than analog. Yeah, it was interesting because when early digital came out, I had one. My music teacher was like, "Oh, get CD, you'll never go back." And then I had my drummer friend saying, "It's too regimented. It doesn't have the flow because it's lining up with the digits." But yeah, now it's smaller pieces, so there's more flexibility.
I have 4 JBLs in here. Everything sounds good. Everything sounds great in here. My neighbors can hear it too.
Pam says, I have a bunch of records. And then, let's see.
I still have records. I have a ton. And the ones I bought as a kid too. Because my parents were hoarders as well. Well, my dad, not my mom.
Alibaba says, not metal though.
Okay.
Dog says, of course vinyl doesn't sound better. The CD took away the scratchy tunes, clarified the bass and tenor, made the track sound as it was played in the studio. Only music trumpers want the old style.
I'm stealing that. Music trumpers, I'm stealing that. Oh, I am stealing that one. That's gold.
Alibaba says my early CDs all got CD rot. It started missing sounds, then whole parts in the song would go. Quite strange.
I actually kind of experienced the same thing. I on the other side here, I have the Above the Rim soundtrack that I purchased in 1990 whenever the movie came out. I was listening to it up until 6 months ago. My car was like, we can no longer read this disc. So something happened where it could no longer I guess I listened to it too many times. But I was the original owner of that CD.
I don't have any that have, I mean, but I do have some old ones that I haven't listened to in a long time. So
I have a bunch of King Missile CDs. I have a bunch I haven't listened to in a long time. But because I disappeared for 10 years, but because my parents were hoarders, I still have all the stuff from my childhood. Like the day I went and bought Da Brat and 9 Inch Nails.
On the same day?
Same day. That's my style.
All right.
Functified, and whatever album was 9 Inch Nails, like they had that I wanna you like an animal. Oh, I love that song. I was eclectic even back then. And you know what? I still like the Brat. After all these years, she's grown up to be an actual upstanding person. So there you go.
But the upstanding person just doesn't have the same ring.
Duh, adult doesn't sound as good as duh, Brat. You know, I always thought about that. Like, there's a rapper who's really famous. It's not my thing, but his name's DaBaby. And I'm like, bro, you're my age. When are you gonna, like, he's not my age, but he's like, you know, and is got to be at least, I don't know. I would ask the A word, but if she said 22, I'm gonna start crying. So I don't want to know his real age.
Well, I just like stuff like New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys and blah, blah, blah. I just remember even back in the day thinking, okay, what are you going to do when you're not 25 anymore? Or 20 or whatever.
They ask that with people that have little in their name.
Like, little Bow Wow.
Well, Bow Wow dropped it because he wants to be a tough guy. But the truth is, the only reason we even know about him is because he, you know, him and Lil Romeo are from that area. I'm from that era. But he's going through it. He actually, I feel sorry for him because he's trying to keep a persona up. He's trying to act, because he was there in the gangster rap era. But every time he brings it up, the older guys are like, dude, you were a little kid. Like, it's okay to be young, you know? There's nothing wrong with learning either. I feel sorry for Bow Wow. And how did I cut this so weird?
I was just wondering,
what did I do?
How did that even happen?
I don't know what I did. That is the oddest cut on. This thing, it didn't fold like I wanted it to, but I'll cut this off.
Were you trying to line up some horses or something?
This stuff's super stretchy, but now I have an awesome 1950s headband. Hold on. Look how sick this is. This, oh my gosh, where'd all this fabric go? What did I do? This is why I need my bigger table. This is all for YouTube, me cutting on this table. Because usually I bring my 6 foot out, but it makes a mess in here.
Well, since you've got those 2 long strips, you could stitch them together and have a scarf.
Or I could just have the greatest headband of all time. Bam. Do you know, quick PSA. Here at My So-Called Life, I feel like we should bring headbands back.
I'm going to be the dissenting vote on that one.
Well, nobody didn't say I didn't need adult supervision here at My So-Called Life. So I'll agree on that. But look how awesome this is. Bringing back the Kung Fu look from the 80s.
Mm.
People continue to refuse progress. The TV remote killed millions. Now I have video killed the radio star stuck in my head. Usually I don't bring my 6 foot out, but it'll make a mess in. Now that's a t-shirt. Now that's a t-shirt. I will be. Thank you. Alibaba and I will rock headbands. Look how awesome this is. This is like a Steven Tyler length. Maybe it's just I just wanted hair, and because I'll never grow it, it's just I'll wear a headband instead. You remember when TV remotes were on a wire? I do. I actually had a TV like that. If you say so, that's a vote. That's 2 votes no, 1 vote yes. A Hendrixy vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Ever since I made that one headband, I told you I watched this weird. It's it's a weird show. It's called Earn Your Leisure. It's young men trying to help out young other. Well, it's older men trying to help out. It's basically about investment. It's about health, but it comes from more of a hardcore 5% Muslim kind of way.
Oh goodness.
But because it's modern, they try to make it hip, like any religion, they want to sell it, But these guys rock these headbands. And every time I watch it, I'm like, you guys have the most awesome clothes. I may not agree with what you're saying, but I literally watch it because they dress like shamans and they dress like this. And I would totally rock. Look at this. I would rock the headband. And no one's saying anything. So that's a bunch of no's. All right, I'll get back to cutting my shirt. We're all here for the serger sewing. Stop talking. Stop talking. I still can't believe I got that thing going. I don't know how I cut this so on. There's another headband.
Well, I mean, if you were cutting on the fold and then you cut two pieces end to end.
This one's yours.
Well, I'm sure I need a tie down strap for something.
My grandmother was very Zsa Zsa Gabor, and she always wore head wraps. And so the bandana reminds me of that, but I don't have hair. So it's not as dramatic.
You've got the nostalgia going.
I actually still have some of her head wraps in this room in metal tins.
Oh, wow.
And a Lazy Susan. Oh. And because I'm not just bluster. I haven't shown off my Lazy Susan in a very long time. Oh, Sewing Susan, I'm sorry. Look how happy they are.
Oh.
All oppressed in the 1950s. I have not shown that in so long. But
I mean, they look like they've been like, I don't know, like they've had some Kool-Aid and the cult leader is around the corner.
Quaaludes. Everybody was ripped back then. Everybody. But these are my grandma's old headscarves.
Oh,
this one's yellow. This one, I remember her wearing this polka dot one all the time. But she was very 1950s in her head wraps.
Oh, wow.
All of these are her old. I kept this tin. Like, I got this straight from her house when I was redoing her house. And she would wear these.
Wow.
I remember. And, of course, at the bottom of this are a hook and eye, 45 cents. Hook and eye closure.
Nice.
29 cents for some buttons. There's only one left, though. The back of these are worth more than even if the buttons were there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it's history in the house of sewing. Ooh, these Pacific buttons were a whopping 50 cents.
Ooh, ah.
And, of course, my coup d'etat is I have a ton of wood spools in this.
Ooh.
And that green still pops. If you think about it, that thing's older than me, and it still pops after all these years. That was a good detour. But I grew up in a sewing family.
You need to catch up with the chat.
Ask him to sew use some diapers. Diapers for Jesus. Thank you. Kilroy and I are on the same page. They were popping Quaaludes. Like, here, take this. Drink this. They look like cult members. Yes, they do. Totally on Ludes, all of them. Well, sell me some diapers. I saw my daughter use that word, Kilroy. Oh gosh, I saw this really funny comedian, and she's like, I think my son joined a gang. And they're like, what are you talking about? And she's like, my son said, yo, homie, what's up, dog? And she's like, I know you're not talking to me. You must have sent the wrong message to one of your criminal friends. I was on the floor when she was saying this because she's from India and her son was raised in the UK. And so she's saying how different and she's like, how I was raised is illegal, how it is in the UK. She's like, I could not do the things that my mother did to me because it's illegal here. Okay. I think we need to bring back the headbands. I think I'm on my official. And somewhere buried in this house, I have a Karate Kid headband.
Oh, goodness.
And it says, but Ralph Macchio grew up to be a weird guy. But every time
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he fell into a mass movement.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he drank the Kool-Aid, put the hat on. What can you do? He went full Scott Baio. At least we still have Mario Lopez. Protect Mario Lopez. All right. No, I'm joking. He drank the Kool-Aid too. I can't believe I have a working serger. What's gonna be my next shtick of something that's broken that I'm perpetually trying to fix?
Oh, you could fix that green Elna.
Yo, homie, what's up? I just joined the sewing camp. Oh, about 10 years ago, I was convinced that was short for lollipop. True fact. Oh man, see, and the headband is warm too. Somewhere in this room is my King's knitted cap, and I don't know where it is. I wear it every hockey season, and I can't find it. And it's got a big old ball on top, and it looks ridiculous. Because when you go, like, LA is a funny place. It's perpetually 70 degrees, okay? So when you go to a hockey game and you walk in an arena and the arena is 30 to 40 something degrees, it's a big temperature change.
Yeah.
So, for as much as I love hockey, I would come with thermals. Like, if people knew what I was really wearing under my jersey, they would laugh at me. Because I am not going to get sick in there. Gee, why do you have such an odd cut? As he makes an extremely even more odd cut.
What was that?
No, I'm making fun of myself because I'm like, oh, how do I get all these odd cuts? I'm seeing how I get these odd cuts. This lets me know how sharp my blade is or is not. Okay. Perfect. We are almost to the point where I'm just going to serge all this together and see what happens. Oh. I was creeped out when my kids kept them along. Even had a family member meeting about it. Still feel idiotic. That's okay. My parents were anti-rap. They did not like anything that said the N-word.
Understandable.
Still to this day, I remind my mom, she walked in my room and snapped a Warren G tape. See, kids, we used to listen to these things called cassette tapes. We would put them in these receptacles called tape players, and they would play music. So I was listening to a Warren G tape, and I didn't know my mom was, I didn't know she was home. She walked right in my room, grabbed the tape, and snapped it in half.
Goodness.
She was over it. She was over it. But as a parent, I know that feeling now. So I know that feeling as a parent now.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry.
It's okay. Let me know when you can't stand it anymore, and I'll que sera, sera. You guys got me going though with this pattern. Now that I got the serger going. Is the chat going off?
Joy says, lol, mine didn't like the Beatles. Those damn hippies, lol.
I love that. I love it when people say things like that. Do you know what makes me laugh? Now that I think about it, my mom was obsessed with the Rolling Stones, and I've been to their show, and they were actually quite demonic at a Stones show.
Yeah.
And she hated rap. My mom was just like, I hate this crap. Okay, I gotta move this sewing machine. Oh.
Kilroy says, I gotta find your Rasputin tape and snap it in half.
You know what's really funny? The second you said that, I started doing the dance. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, dun,
goodness.
dun, dun. It's a whole, I didn't even know it was a whole dance and everything, but the power of the internet.
And then Joy says, and then there was Tiny Tim, tiptoe through the tulips with me.
I liked Tiny Tim. On one of my mini sewing machine videos, because I'm all about Easter eggs, I used a Tiny Tim thumbnail for a mini sewing machine review. I got thousands of views. Every other comment was like, I came here for Tiny Tim, but I stuck around because you're crazy. I like you. You're crazy. I came here for the Tiny Tim thumbnail, but you are crazy. So if you go back and look at my Tiny Tim thumbnail, go read the comments. It is lit. I got a few subscribers off of that too.
Nice. Well, Pam's taking off. Good night, Pam.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Pam. I will have my first Project Serger shirt by Saturday. And if it doesn't rain, I'll probably go downtown because I don't like lying to myself.
At least you've taken your first step towards honesty.
Well, it's also depending on like this is the not busy time of year. Certain times of year, I won't be able to do all this stuff on Saturday because I do have a job. It's just certain times of year, I just got to make sure the lights are on. And other times we're maintaining the field, Have a great night, Pam. Always use the lollipop things as our term of endearment things while texting, even after predictive text got us divorced in the first place. You know what though? My ex-wife and I had to have a talk about context. About how, like, in text, you can't get context out of texting.
I just remember that Key and Peele sketch where one of them is like thinking they're having this great conversation, and the other one's about to drive over there and throw down.
Did you send that to me, or I've seen that?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
That had me on the. That's real. That's real. That is so humans. Where one's like, "Oh, I had the greatest time," the other's like, "I'm miserable."
Yeah, one of them's like, "Well, if you don't want to go," and I'm like, "Oh no, I don't want to go." "Oh, you don't want to go?"
I'm that guy. Do you know? I have "Tell me about your mother" written all over me. People walk up to me and just start telling me about their problems and everything. I am that guy where people trauma dump on me. I need to wear filthier patches. Okay.
So Alibaba says every disco song was almost another dance. Did you go out hustle dancing back in the day?
Dun, 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 dun. I almost
It
put
was.
that on backwards.
It wasn't in the 70s, but I took a hustle dance class for a while. That was a lot of fun.
Now I have it stuck in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Do the hustle.
The hustle line dance or the hustle partner dance?
Ooh, okay. So that's a very good point. I've said this a bunch, and people are always like, "What?" My junior high, line dancing was required. So in the entire the entire second semester of the eighth grade, we line danced. I
Oh,
know the
wow.
electric slide. I know all of them. All
All
like
right.
put on some Travis Trent, I'll shock you. Put on some Billy Ray Cyrus, I'll grab my buckle. I will grab my buckle and shock you. They for some reason my school wanted to teach us how to dance. And it was every generation that went through this particular school. I wonder if they still
Well,
teach it.
it's good for the memory. It's good for the coordination. Good for
Oh yeah.
your cardiovascular.
I know. If you put on "Don't Break My Heart," my achy, I'll shock you. Put on some "Achy Breaky Heart."
There was an achy breaky line dance.
Just don't think you understand.
Oh, my word. My friend tried to teach us the deja vu.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my word. That one, that will kill your brain.
I did the hustle. I am so appreciative for the education I got as a kid because I'm sure they don't teach kids things. We had fun. We had so much fun. Predictive text. She texted me, "I love you." I text back, "I love you." Predictive text turned it into, "I hate you, bitch. You've ruined my life." Yeah, been there. Been there. Divorced. It's on the papers. can't even lie about it because it's public record. Been there. I forgot what we were just talking about.
Line dancing, the deja vu.
Great days. Those were just great days. And they taught us line dancing. I think it's because my town's kind of country.
Mm.
But yeah, they taught us how to dance. But that was a dancing era, though. Don't you think the 90s were much more like people were doing the Dougie and the Cabbage Patch? There were
It was still, yeah, there were still more organized club dancing, you know?
oh yeah, you put on if you put on Tootsie Roll right now, I would start dancing. Or when I can't remember what was that. It was Geico had a Whoop There It Is commercial
Oh
I went to
goodness.
YouTube. All the comments were like, "Well, Geico brought me back to this song."
That song annoyed me. It was everywhere and it was so repetitive.
That's what's really funny. That's what I was trying to tell you about. That's what I was telling you about. The first time I knew someone that was like, "I love this new song. It's called Mambo Number 5." Then I heard it every day after that, and then I knew somebody else that was like, "You have to hear this song. This is the greatest song. It's by this band called Creed. It's called You Remind Me. You'll never hear it again." Little did I know I heard it every day for the rest of my life. I'll never forget that. For as long as I live. We were driving from California to Arizona, so I was trapped in the car. I was in the back seat too. I had no say over the radio. Oh, great. Now I have it stuck in my head. There's only one way to cure. It's not like you feel like saying sorry. How's that song go? I've been something.
Well, but that's not Creed.
What song? No, I'm sorry, not Creed. What is it? What's the name of that song? Yeah, yeah. This is how. Alexa,
How You
who
Remind Me
sings
is
the song "This Is How You Remind Me"?
it.
Nickelback is the band
Thank
that performs the
you.
song How You Remind Me.
Thank you, A Word. And thank you for not playing it either. Alexa, thank you.
Anytime. Literally.
Nickelback.
I don't understand why people hate on Nickelback.
I first want to apologize to all Creed fans. I was not trying to insult your band by implicating that band with yours. I apologize. I will do a penance later.
I like that song.
It's got an ocean under the bridge for me. I'm indifferent now. But it have you ever allowed a human to ruin a song for you? I have.
I mean, I guess sometimes you like a song gets associated with somebody, as a memory, and then you have a falling out with that person.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have any songs like that. I have some songs that I didn't like to begin with and that are associated with a person that I don't like. So,
Right, little improvement on the stretchy fabric. This is going to be funny on the serger. Still don't know how I'm going to do the arms. How do you do arms on a serger?
I haven't sewn on a serger, but I would imagine you sew them the same way you do your other arms.
Oh, that's funny. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's my heater.
That's your heater?
That means the temperature has dropped and my heater has picked it up because everything's digital.
Wow.
Because my house is weirdly futuristic, and so once you program it, there's a lot of stuff you don't have to touch in here. What that means, Alexa, what's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
55. That's California cold.
It's 55 in your house? Do you have the door open or something?
No, in my neighborhood. The A Word has it down to
Oh.
my very town where I
Oh, I
live.
thought you were talking about the temperature in your garage right now.
No, but my gauge. I have a semi-smart home. I don't want to say what company I bought it from because people don't like that person anymore. But that means all my stuff still works. If my heater's kicking on, that means I still have a smart home. That's good to know. It's Southern America and the UK are divided by a common language, a fucking massive ocean. his processed voice, and Nickelback is same-ish with everything.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of singers sound the same on every song. So,
Who said that? Oh, someone I really respect said Steven Tyler was a mediocre singer. I've seen
well,
Aerosmith 3 times, and I like Aerosmith so much that I went and saw Aerosmith when they performed with Kiss at the Staples Center, and I'm not a Kiss fan at all,
goodness.
but I love Aerosmith. Will you set off my Alexa? They say it's 4 degrees. Oh, wow. One of our Alexas are... That's like when I watch old videos that even say the A word. Or the worst is when they'll have a commercial, it'll set off my A word. They used to have a Who Let the Dogs commercial out. There was one time it was online, but I had my phone out here. I was in the bathroom, I was washing my hands, I was running through the hallway. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna play the song, and it was playing the song. All that it took me forever to figure out why it was so sensitive. But it's my settings. The A word should be forbidden online. Do you know what it makes me laugh? For a generation of people who are like, oh, I don't trust anyone don't trust anyone over 30. Your phone's tapped. Now we literally have phone taps in our house. And we ask it for the recipe for quiche. All right. I think I have the top piece pinned enough.
Joy says, just be careful in the pin placement. Pin lengthwise and pull out before you get to the knife.
I put the pins way in. They're way in. They're nowhere even near the edge. I just need them for integrity. More than anything else. How did I miss that? We're having a good night tonight. People I was wondering about stopped by tonight. I was wondering where a few people have been, but the internet's a weird place. My friend's daughter is named Alexa. He got one and got rid of it 2 days later. I love that. I wonder how. Sorry, go ahead.
Can you rename your A word?
You know what's so funny? That's a really good question. Because like my the Siri on my phone, I played around with it. My Siri is now a British guy. So when my phone talks, it has a British accent.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you can do that with the A word, but on an iPhone you could, I could have it speaking to me in any language I choose to.
Well, but the the thing that you say, the voice trigger to make it do its thing, can you give it a different name so that you're not saying so. Okay.
Because even because I love watching the A word in Scottish people videos. And even with just they'll say the A word in the title and it'll click right on. Mine clicks right on. They're sensitive that way.
Well, it would be nice if you could call it something else.
Bob, because I don't say that word ever.
Sure.
I'm serious. But then I'd have to remember to ask Bob where the directions are. It took me 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to remember to say my so-called life, or 2 or 3 live streams,
Mm.
And I did switch my title name over too.
Mm.
And I've said this, the name's starting to pick up,
Nice.
And it's funny how on all this stuff, I have it's like having a whole new identity and people are getting to know me all over again, I kind of like it.
You've got a new leaf flipped over.
I named all my Amazon devices with different names. Made no difference. Amazon picked up mics are so refined that it can be picked up within 20 and is that minutes? Or
I'm not sure.
so yeah, I've tested it. My bathroom is 2 rooms away from this room. I've sat in there and been like, "Hey, word, what's the temperature?" And all the way down the hallway, it'll tell me if the door's open. So it is sensitive. It is. But my phone, when my phone speaks, it's full British accent. My phone is so polite, full British accent, with the nomenclatures and everything. Yes, Polish. There's a number of different names you can call your device. Did not know that. But if you say the A word, will it still pick up? Like you could call it Bob, but will it pick up on Bob and the A word? Is what I want to know. I'm gonna pull the bus over in a minute. We've been going for 3 hours and 36 minutes. It's been a great stream. I think, it's always good to end while you're on top before I lose whatever is left of what I was going to talk about. I want you to see this is however long I started streaming since January. These are all my notes that I've taken. The covers popped off, but I'm still loyal to my pad. Meter's apology that American has yet to accept metric. 60 feet, that's good to know because my bathroom is not 60 feet away from that thing. I'm loud as heck too. And I didn't know meters. Man, I need to go back to school. MTS, what is this? Sorcery.
Well, if you just put an M, I think I would have figured it out. But I was I was trying to think of a time abbreviation for it. What was that?
I'm really good at kilometers, but that's just because it's on all the gauges. So I could tell you how many kilometers I'm going because it's right next to the miles per hour. And yeah, I drove a fancy car that had both. I did.
Don't they all have both?
Some do and some don't. Do you have anything that you'd like to shill, Polished and Assembled? Since you're yawning.
Nothing today. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I'm getting old. But this is my happy trails. Happy trails. I want to thank everybody who's made it this far. You guys are amazing. I want to thank Joy and Pam. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have never stuck to futzing around with my serger. You've encouraged me to go digging for this thing and find it, so I thank you. I hope everybody has a great week. I'll be back at it on Saturday because I like doing this. So I will be back with all my harrowing tales of downtown Los Angeles fabric, my Modelo friend patches, and everything in between. Until then, I'm working on a video right now. Hopefully it will be out soon. Hopefully. This is a quote of the evening. This is so true. This is so true because I was about to go bite the bullet and buy a serger when I have a working one right here. As my heater turns off, so I'll bring my voice back down. So I want to thank everybody. I had a great night tonight. I'll be back at it on Saturday. Let me think. I have everything out. I have a video coming out. I have a short out right now. And I'm just an odd guy, so my community tab is always filled. I want to thank everybody. I will see you guys on Saturday. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. And thank you, dog. You are the comedy sidekick. I want to thank everybody. Have a great night. Bye.